Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me this time? Can you hear me? I'm good? That's hilarious. I don't... Still muted? No, you're fucking with me. Okay, fuck you. Fuck you. Were you all just fucking with me, or was I actually muted? Was I actually muted? Anyway, I don't understand. Twitch just hates me. I have like
I am gay.
Zara, thank you. I have very good internet, and I had internet throughout that entire thing. So there's just no reason why. It's just not my fault. It's not my fault. I don't. Yeah, Hassan did it to steal my viewers.
Been turned upside down.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't like that happens sometimes. I don't fucking know what to do about it because it's really frustrating, and then I lose like half my viewers. Twitch just is not a good website, apparently.
That's why today, at my direction, we're undertaking a full review of the department's definitions.
Maybe it's a hardware issue. I don't know. What like why would that possibly happen?
Of so-called toxic leadership, bullying, and hazing, to empower leaders to enforce standards without fear of retribution or second guessing. Of course, you can't do like nasty bullying and hazing. We're talking about words like bullying and hazing and toxic. They've been weaponized and bastardized inside our formations, undercutting commanders and NCOs. No more. Setting, achieving, and maintaining high standards.
Switches. I mean, it happened like last week. So I don't know. It was the exact same thing where like I don't understand. It's only on Twitch, by the way. It doesn't stop on YouTube. It's a specific Twitch thing because I multi-stream to YouTube, and then it's not a problem on YouTube. So I wonder, I don't know. I'll try reconnecting my thing. I did that before. I don't know. It's so annoying.
Is what you all do. And if that makes me toxic, then so be it. Second, today at our direction, we're ensuring that every service, every unit, every schoolhouse, and every form of professional military education conduct an immediate review.
Oh, it did stream on YouTube at this freeze on YouTube at the same time. Oh, okay. I guess that's a hardware issue then. Okay, I have to.
Now we've done this in many places already, but today it goes across the entire Department of War. Any place where tried and true physical standards were altered, especially since 2015 when combat arms standards were changed to ensure females could qualify, must be returned to their original standard. Other standards have been manipulated to hit racial quotas as well, which is just as unacceptable. This too must end. Merit only. The president talks about it all the time, merit-based. Here are two basic frameworks I urge you to pursue in this process. Standards I call, my staff's heard all about them, the 1990 test and the E6 test. The 1990s test is simple. What were the military standards in 1990? And if they have changed, tell me why. Was it a necessary change based on the evolving landscape of combat? Or was the change due to a softening, weakening, or gender-based pursuit of other priorities? 1990s seems to be as good a place to start as any. And the E6 test. Ask yourself, does what you're doing make the leadership, accountability, and lethality efforts of an E6, or frankly an O3, does it make it easier or more complicated? Does the change empower staff sergeants, petty officers, and tech sergeants to get back to basics? The answer should be a resounding
enlisted
yes.
ranks, okay.
The E6 test or O3 test.
Yeah, what is it about 1990? Like, yeah, before the USSR fell, maybe? I think maybe that's just their, like, new... Like, whenever, like, conservatives post on Twitter, like, oh, you know, I was actually, in the 1990s, I would have been far left with my opinion. My opinion's like, oh, racial segregation is good. In the 1990s, everyone thought that.
A lot, and it clarifies quickly.
It's like one of those guys.
Because war does not care if you're a man or a woman. Neither does the enemy. Nor does the weight of your rucksack, the size of an artillery round, or the body weight of a casualty on the battlefield who must be carried. This, and I want to be very clear about this, this is not about preventing women from serving. We very much value the impact of female troops. Our female officers and NCOs are the absolute best in the world. But when
we love our weak, fucking, pathetic, useless female officers.
it comes to any job that requires physical power to perform in combat, those physical standards must be high and gender neutral. If women can make it, excellent. If not, it is what it is. If that means no women qualify for some combat jobs, so be it. That is not the intent, but it could be the result, so be it. It will also mean that weak men won't.
See, this is Frank Herbert understood that this is actually the opposite of true. In the fourth Dune book, the God Emperor guy, his like guard, his like royal protection guard is all women, and they're also lesbians, which in the book is like put forward as like a necessary evil that he does in order to like be protected, because like women, according to Herbert, have this like natural tendency and desire to care for people. It's like Gaddafi, there you go. And that like motherly caring, that motherly female like nature instinct, a caring instinct, is like actually really good for protection.
Won't qualify because we're not playing games. This is combat.
So it's actually the opposite.
As we all know, this is you versus an enemy hell-bent on killing you. To be an effective, lethal fighting force, you must trust that the warrior alongside you in battle is capable, truly physically capable.
Let her chose women because they wouldn't rape when they attack the place. Yeah, it is just like war machine discourse. It's like, how do you create a fighting force that doesn't like destroy, that only destroys in a really targeted way that benefits you? Happy roll cake. And apparently the answer with Herbert is like, the war machine is masculine. It's like testosterone fueled.
Doing what is necessary under fire. You know, this is the only standard you would want for your kids and for your grandkids. Apply the War Department Golden Rule, the 1990 test, and the E6 test.
Yeah, all the physical talk when war is pulling a trigger. Yeah, or war is more pushing a button. That is the thing. Like, he wants it to be a Spartan phalanx. Like, that's his like insane fascist image of like fighting, and it's like, well, we're just like, we're not animals enough. You know, we have to get that like that fighting spirit back. But now, because it's woke and all the people who are fighting are transgender and gay, we don't have that. And it's like, that's just not what modern warfare really looks like, especially or specifically from the American perspective. What war Americans are fighting.
And it's really hard to go wrong. Third.
That is also cool, yeah. It's like
we are attacking and ending the walking on eggshells and zero defect command culture. A risk.
So now you're allowed to misgender your they/them drill instructor.
Risk-averse culture means officers execute not to lose instead of to win.
You don't want to. You don't want to make any like risky military decisions because of woke.
A risk-averse culture means NCOs are not empowered to enforce standards. Commanders and NCOs don't take necessary risks or make...
This they/them transgender officer is like not doing their job at all, and is actually like, you know, has silenced everyone into allowing them to have like just open gay sex around everyone else instead of doing their work. There's really like it's like the a lot of like cishet people have this really bizarre perception, especially conservatives. I guess not necessarily, like the GIF sub noise I have of the lady who's like, it's okay, I'm transgender, and then The guy's like, oh, okay, do what you want, then do what you want all the time. That's from a Family Guy bit where it's like a trans woman is just like watching porn at a bar on her phone. And then a guy's like, oh, you can't do that. And he's like, well, she's like, well, I'm transgender. It's like they think like that's going on in the military.
For fear of rocking the boat or making mistakes. A blemish-free record is what peacetime leaders covet the most, which is the worst of all incentives. We, as senior leaders, need to end the poisonous culture of risk aversion and empower our NCOs at all levels to enforce standards. Truth be told, for the most part, we don't need new standards. We just need to reestablish a culture where enforcing standards is possible. And that's why today at my direction, I'm issuing new policies that will overhaul the IG, EO, and MEO processes. I call it the No More Walking on Eggshells policy. We are liberating commanders and NCOs. We are liberating you. We are overhauling an inspector general process, the IG.
Dude, I can't wait for like how insanely awful the military, ineffective the military is going to be. And then in like 5 years, you're going to have the average voter who's like, we need to have pronouns back in our military. It's like all those, like, did you see the photo of that stock trader on Discord that was like, fuck, I want the pronouns back. Like, we need the pronouns back. This is not, this is so bad for the market.
Putting complainers, ideologues, and poor performers in the driver's seat.
All you had to do was put your fucking pronouns in your bio and you could have had much better stock positions. But no, you have to take them out.
We're doing
the pronouns were load bearing.
With the equal opportunity and military equal opportunity policies, the EO and MEO at our department. No more frivolous complaints, no more anonymous complaints, no more repeat complainants, no more smearing reputations, no more endless waiting, no more legal limbo, no more sidetracking careers, no more walking on eggshells. Of course, being a racist has been illegal in our formation since 1948. The same goes for sexual harassment. Both are wrong and illegal. Those kinds of infractions will be ruthlessly enforced.
For sure.
But telling someone to shave or get a haircut or to get in shape or to fix their uniform or to show up on time or to work hard, that's exactly the kind of discrimination we want. We are not...
That's such a killer quote to have. That is the exact kind of discrimination we want.
Civilians. You are not civilians. You are set apart for a distinct purpose. So we, as a department, need to stop acting and thinking like civilians and get back to basics and put the power back in the hands of commanders and NCOs. Commanders and NCOs who make life and death decisions. Commanders and NCOs who enforce standards and ensure readiness. Commanders and NCOs who in this War Department have to look in the mirror and have to pass the golden rule test. My kids, your kids, America's sons and daughters. So I urge you all here today and those watching, take this guidance and run with it. The core of
it is so funny that he's like the head of the military. Oh, that like how he's positioned himself. Going from like Fox, like alcoholic Fox News host to this, like that's his like.
This speech is the 10 directives we're announcing today. They were written for you, for Army leadership, for Navy leadership, for Marine Corps leadership, for Air Force leadership, Space Force leadership. These directives are designed to take the monkey off your back and put you, the leadership, back in the driver's seat. Move out with urgency because we have your back. I have your back. And the Commander-in-Chief has your back. And when we give you this guidance, we know mistakes will be made. It's the nature of leadership. But you should not pay for earnest mistakes for your entire career. And that's why today, at my direction, we're making changes to the retention of adverse information on personnel records that will allow leaders with forgivable, earnest, or minor infractions to not be encumbered by those infractions in perpetuity. People make honest mistakes, and our mistakes should not define.
You should not look if you get caught drinking Baileys. when you're doing a speech. You should not be reprimanded for it.
An entire career. Otherwise, we only try not to make mistakes, and that's not the business we're in. We need risk takers.
The slur quotas are back. Yeah.
And aggressive leaders, and a culture that supports you. Fourth, at the War Department, promotions across the Joint Force will be based on one thing: merit. Colorblind, gender-neutral, merit-based. The entire promotion process, including evaluations of warfighting capabilities, is being thoroughly re-examined. We've already done a lot in this area, but...
That does show you where the discourse is, by the way. That, like, for, like, every other group, there's this ostensible, like, plausible deniability of, like, it's all about merit. If you can do it, then it's good. And then it's like, but no men in dresses. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're fucking Superman. If you're a man in a dress, like, you are not going to be a warfighter.
More changes are coming soon. We'll promote top-performing officers and NCOs faster and get rid of poor performers more quickly. Evaluations, education, and field exercises will become real evaluations.
You can be VP, that's a truth nuke.
Checks for every
repressor. JD Vance is a very funny this concept.
one of us at every level. These same reforms happened before World War II as well. General George Marshall and Secretary of War Henry Stimson did the same thing. And we won a world war because of it. As it happens, when he started the job, Chairman Kane gave me a frame and a photo to hang in my office. A matching frame and photo hangs in his. It's a photo of Marshall and Stimson preparing for World War II. Those two leaders famously kept the door open between their offices for the entirety of the war. They worked...
That sounds kind of gay. Are we sure that this is like... Are we sure this would fly in the modern American military?
Together, civilian and uniform, every single day. Chairman Kane and I do the same. There is no daylight between us. Our doors are always open. Our job together is to ensure our military is led
You're
by
right.
the
I
very
guess that's
best.
like the good type of, like, that's like the Spartan gay that they like. You know, like the photo of the SS guys where they're like dressing up like women. It's like, they're like, that's good. It's you know, it's good for
ready to answer.
If you're fighting together, it's good to feel what how someone feels. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the logic. Like, that's not woke. That's not woke. And like, they're kind of right that it isn't. Like, it isn't. This is like this sallow discourse of like they're being gay, but like not really. Maybe he's right. Maybe there is. It's like the. If you're like an evil, like heterosexual man, you can have sex with your fellow evil heterosexual men, and it's not gay.
Fifth.
It is Bronze Age. It's the Bronze Age perverted admin. Absolutely.
As you have seen, and the media has obsessed over, I have fired a number of senior officers since taking over. The previous chairman, other members of the Joint Chiefs, combatant commanders, and other commanders. The rationale for me has been straightforward. It's nearly impossible to change a culture with the same people who helped create or even benefited from that culture, even if that culture was created by a previous president and previous secretary. My approach has been simple. When in doubt, assess the situation, follow your gut.
He is so fucking drunk, dude. It's incredible. He's sloshed.
For the military, make a change. We all serve at the pleasure of the president every single day.
I love that. That's such a beautiful quote. We all serve at the pleasure of the president.
But in many ways, it's not their fault. It's not your fault. As foolish and reckless as the woke department was, those officers...
The woke department. That just sounds like the most, like,
were following elected
most annoying Twitter account, you know.
Political leadership.
That isn't a real Twitter account, is it? No, it's not. I'm like, am I calling someone out that I don't know?
An entire generation
I don't think so.
of generals and admirals were told that they must parrot the insane fallacy that, quote, our diversity is our strength. of course, we know our unity.
It's that's a fallacy, but then of course we know that our unity is our strength, which is by this standard not a fallacy.
Is our strength. They had to put out dizzying DEI and
Yeah, he's like more slosh than fucking Churchill.
LGBTQI plus statements. They were told females and males.
You can tell how homophobic a conservative guy is by how much of the LGBT like extended acronym he like leaves in. If he's just going like LGBTQIA2I plus, you know, that's a man who like wants to put like all of them in camps.
The same thing. Or that males who think they're females is totally normal. They were told that we need a green fleet and electric tanks. They were told to kick out Americans who refuse.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. So like it's actually the woke department that was trying to do Tesla.
Emergency vaccine. They followed civilian policies set by foolish and reckless political leaders.
Elon is so cooked. It's funny that he was stupid enough to like ally with the right. Cause like the very structure of his business model, he shouldn't do that. Like he should just be like a woke Democrat.
Our job, my job, has been to determine which leaders simply did what they must to answer the prerogatives of civilian leadership, and which leaders are truly invested in the woke department, and therefore incapable of embracing the War Department and executing new lawful orders. That's it. It's that simple. So for the past 8 months, we've gotten a good look under the hood of our officer corps. We've done our best to thoroughly assess the human terrain. We've had to make trade-offs and some difficult decisions. It's more of an art than a science. We have been and will continue to be...
Yeah, this is the worst TEDx talk I've ever seen in my life.
...judicious, but also expeditious. The new compass heading is clear. Out with the Shirellis, the Mackenzies, and the Millies, and in with the Stockdales, the Schwartz...
That was so funny, the Millie guy, he literally just said like, yeah, I read Mao so I can understand my enemy better. Like, what else did he say? He was like, it is so indicative of like, I don't know any of these other names, so I can't comment on it too much, but like an actually competent, like evil man in a high ranking military position, they're like, no, we don't want you reading fucking Mao.
Schwarzkopfs and the Pattons. More leadership changes will be made, of that I'm certain. Not because we want to, but because we must. Once again, this is life and death. The sooner we have the right people, the sooner we can advance the right policies.
Right, he's speaking to high-level military officers, right,
Personnel
right, of course.
Is policy.
That makes sense.
But I look out at this group, and I see great Americans. Leaders who have given decades...
How many Hitler particles is in the room? That's a whole, like, this room has enough Hitler particles to create, like, fucking Hitler fusion.
To our great republic. At great sacrifice to yourselves and to your families.
There's a critical race theory, defends critical race theory by military. He wants to understand right rage. I read Lenin, that doesn't make me a communist. It's like actually a very competent thing for him to say.
But if the words I'm speaking today...
That it's a very, like... There is something, like, very, like, 20th century conservative about that to me, of, like, you want to see what the black people are saying about why white people hate black people, so that you can better, like, facilitate racism, almost.
Are making
I don't think that's quite how this guy meant it, but...
Sink? Then you should do the honorable thing and resign. We would thank you for your service. But I suspect, I know,
man.
The
Colombian president says he's willing to go to the battlefield in Gaza and fight Israel. Oh, based. Yeah, what is the whole thing with the Trump peace deal or whatever, which was like actually less evil than I thought it was, or thought it would be if you think about like a Trump peace deal. Still incredibly evil. The fact people were posting about how like
overwhelming
Palestinians are gonna name their kids Tony Blair. It's like they will be. Plus, if that fucking plan goes through in decades, Palestinians will be like, erecting monuments of like a Palestinian person like cutting the head off of Tony Blair. Like that's not.
Majority of you feel the opposite.
That's not the dynamic that's gonna.
These words make your hearts full.
No, that's not.
You love the War Department.
They got one. It's so funny. They got one where they're like, we were actually greeted as liberators, and now they're like, that's just every single time. Yeah, because clearly, the situation with Palestinian Arabs is much more similar to Kosovo Albanians than Iraqis.
Because you love what you do, the profession of arms.
Those are clearly much more similar. That's a much more similar
hereby
position.
Liberated to be an apolitical, hard-charging, no-nonsense constitutional leader that you joined the military to be. We need you locked in on the M. Not the D, the E, or the I. Not the DEI or the DIE of dime. By that I mean...
What the fuck is he talking about?
The M. Military. Of the instruments of national power.
He's fucking sloshed, man. He's sloshed.
Leader that you joined the military to be.
Oh, man.
We need you locked in on the M. Not the D, the E, or the I. Not the DEI or the DIE of dime. By that I mean the M. Military. Of the instruments of national power. We have entire departments
tire
across
marks.
the government.
Tire marks. Yeah, exactly.
Dedicated to diplomatic, informational, and economic lines of effort. We do the M. Nobody else does. And our GoFos need to master it in every domain and every scenario. No more distractions, no more political ideologies, no more...
I'm so excited for Hexus to get a BPL and start dating Playboy Cardi.
...debris. Now, of course...
His like Hot 97 freestyle...
We're going to disagree at
was
times.
Fucking sick, bro.
We would not be Americans if we didn't. Being a leader in a large organization like ours means having frank conversations and differences of opinion. You will win some arguments, and you will lose some arguments. But when civilian leaders issue lawful orders, we execute. We are professionals in the profession of arms. Our entire constitutional system is predicated upon this understanding. Now, it seems like a small thing, but it's not. This includes as well the behavior of our troops online.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're not allowed to post about how black people
to that end,
have
I want to
racism
thank
is real.
And recognize the services for their new proactive social media policies.
Oh God, man. He's like good. All the fucking evil Zoomers who are posting like, gotta catch them all.
Use them.
You know, gotta bomb them all.
Anonymous, online, or keyboard complaining is not worthy of a warrior.
It's so funny. They're so neurotic about criticism. One thing about like American fascist brain is that like it goes insane, especially in general, about like parts of society it's not able to control. And like popular culture is a good example of like a thing that is still fundamentally, like regardless of the quote unquote vibe shift that happened, is still fundamentally not in the favor of like the Trump administration. And they don't like that they can't just like control it. They can't just get people to stop posting. Just displaying even some form, even if it's just tepid and completely useless, some form of like ideological opposition to the like Trump American political project.
It's cowardice masquerading as conscience. Anonymous unit-level social media pages that trash commanders, demoralize troops.
This is fascinating. Unit level. So he's actually mad about anonymous soldiers who are talking about how they don't like Trump.
And undermine unit cohesion must not be tolerated. Again, O3s, E6s. Sixth, we must train and we must maintain. Any moment that we are not
Oh, people got fired for posting about Charlie Kirk. That's crazy.
training on our mission or maintaining our equipment is a moment we are less prepared for preventing or winning the next war. That is why today, at my direction, we are drastically reducing the ridiculous amount of mandatory training that individuals and units must execute. We've already ended the most egregious. Now we're giving you back real time. Less PowerPoint briefings and fewer online courses, more time in the motor pool, and more time on the range. Our job is to make sure you have the money, equipment, weapons, and parts to train and maintain, and then you take it from there. You all know this.
Less training is all. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's cooked. It's cooked, folks. American military is gonna wish that it had pronouns in its bio.
It's common sense. The tougher and the higher the standards in our units, the higher the retention rates in those units. Warriors want to be challenged. Troops want to be tested. When you don't train and you don't maintain, you demoralize. And that's when our best people decide to take their talents to the civilian world.
You know, US isn't what it used to be back in the day. See, I would have had that guy OG'd in some room with a hook next to it. Yeah, I mean, like, the deep state just isn't real. This is my main takeaway from all the Trump admin, is the deep state genuinely just isn't real. Like, or if it is real, it's incredibly, like, tepid and useless. There just aren't actually any institutions that people imagine like there must have been to or it agrees with him. I guess so. I mean, I feel like with the Epstein stuff, I don't know. I guess it gets more confusing now. But with how the Epstein shit went down, it makes me feel like the deep state just wasn't able to intervene.
The leaders who created the woke department have already driven out too many hard chargers. We reverse that trend right now. There is no world in which high-intensity war exists without pain, agony, and human tragedy. We are in a dangerous line of work. You are in a dangerous line of work.
Makes you think, man. Wow.
We may lose good people. But let no warrior cry out from the grave, if only I had been properly trained.
What is this?
We will not lose warfighters because we failed to train or equip them.
I fucking hate warfighters as a term. Is that used in the military, in the American military? Or is he trying to sound like Shakespearean?
Or resource them. Shame on us if we do. Train like your warriors' lives depend on it. Because they do. To that point.
Yes, okay.
Basic
that is such an annoying, like, of course Americans.
Training is being restored to what
it's like we're not just fighting, we're war fighting.
It should be.
It does feel like COD.
Scary, tough, and disciplined. We're empowering drill sergeants to instill healthy fear in new recruits.
You know, it is a military
ensuring
term.
that future warfighters are forged. Yes, they can
so
shark attack, they can toss bunks, they can swear, and yes, they can put their hands on recruits. This does not mean they can be reckless.
They can put their hands on recruits. That's awesome. Yeah, they do. They're like the reason why guy who watches Full Metal Jacket and is like, the reason why our military is bad now is because they can't do the shit that they were doing back here. That's the takeaway from Full Metal Jacket, is that it created a really functioning fighting force.
Or violate the law.
Yeah, they can.
But they can use.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. He's talking about like wanting his kid to go into the military, and it's like, please molest my son. Please, like humiliate my son, and put your hands on him or whatever when he's 18, because that'll make him a good fighter, which, as we know, makes him a good person, which will make him a good family man, which will lead to a very happy life for him. Like, was Hexeth in the military? It's like, yeah, you don't want your fucking kid in the military. You don't want him in the military. It's a culture of violence that doesn't understand the, like, obvious social ramifications of some... He was a major. Okay, obvious social ramifications of that violence. Of like, yeah, no, if you raise all of your kids to, like, yeah, we want him to go through the Full Metal Jacket drill sergeant segment. Like, every single adult fucking male in America should go through that. It'll make them better off. You will get, like, random guys who fucking have a situationship with the Mormon woman that doesn't go well, and then he's like, "Oh, I'll just fucking kill a bunch of Mormon." Like, you'll have guys who do that. That is the society. The image of that is the society that you are creating, is having more men in who are like that.
Tried and true methods to motivate new recruits, to make them the warriors they need to be. Back to basics at basic as well. Of course, and you know this, basic training is not where mission readiness should end. The nature of the evolving threat environment demands that everyone, in every job, must be ready to join the fight if needed. A core credo of the Marine Corps is every Marine a rifleman.
Like, so they're the same rank as Tom Cruise in Edge of Tomorrow. That's awesome.
It means that everyone,
that's a great layman translation
is proficient enough
of
to
what was
engage
going on.
an enemy threat at sea, in the air, or in a so-called rear area. We need to ensure that every member of our uniformed military maintains baseline proficiency in basic combat skills, especially because the next war, like the last, will likely not have a rear area. Finally, as President Trump rightly
I'm sure that's a term, but it just sounds silly.
pointed out when he changed the department name, the United States has not won a major theater war since the name was changed.
That's not why. That's not how wars are won. Like, it's not. Also, it was changed to like include the Navy and the Air Force, right?
The Department of Defense in 1947.
Because it used to be just the Army.
One conflict stands out in stark contrast.
Like, that's why they did it. And then
the Gulf War. Why? Well, there's a number of reasons, but it was a limited mission with overwhelming force and a clear end state.
Yeah, that's why they lost Vietnam, because they're like, what the fuck? This is the Department of Defense. We're not supposed to fucking attack. What are you talking about?
But why did we execute and win the Gulf War the way we did in 1991? There's two overwhelming reasons.
Because we wanted to attack.
One was President Ronald Reagan's military buildup gave an overwhelming advantage.
Which, it's like, you were fighting Iraq. You were fighting Saddam Hussein's Iraq. Like, what do you mean? There's no, you don't need a why there. Why did the American military beat the Iraqi military in 1991? Why do you think, fucking moron?
And two, military and Pentagon leadership had previous formative battlefield experiences. The men who led this department during the Gulf War were mostly combat veterans of the Vietnam War. They said never again to mission creep or nebulous end states. The same holds true today. Our civilian and military leadership is chock full of veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan.
Folks, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect to your Twitch account and get a free subscription you could use on me.
Afghanistan, who say never again to nation building and nebulous end states. This clear-eyed view, all the way in the White House.
So what is it? Like, the conclusion here is just that, like, you're gonna bomb people and then leave?
Combined with President Trump's military buildup, postures us for future victories if, and we will, and when we embrace the War Department. And we must. We are preparing every day. We have to be prepared for war, not for defense.
Thank you as well.
We're training warriors, not defenders. We fight wars to win,
El
not to defend.
Generico, thank you.
Defense is something you do all the time. It's inherently reactionary and can lead to overuse, overreach. And
it's literally, he's like, we were called the Department of Defense, so we only defended, and then we didn't attack. We had a plus 15% defense buff because of the name. And if we rename it to the Department of War, it'll give us a plus 15 attack instead.
Mission creep. War is something you do sparingly, on our own terms, and with clear aims. We fight to win. We unleash overwhelming and punishing violence on the enemy.
The hype train coming out. If you would like to give me money, it's much appreciated.
Also, don't fight with stupid rules of engagement. We untie the hands of our warfighters to intimidate, demoralize, hunt, and kill the enemies of our...
Like, what does tying the hands of a warfighter mean in this, except for just, like, letting them do war crimes? Like, I can't possibly imagine. Like, is it... Because you're not really tying their hands if they have to like use they them pronouns for someone. Like that's not really
our country.
Like we all know what it
No
means.
more politically correct and overbearing.
Last day for discounting subs if you would like to. Is that there's like the Prime thing, if you give 5 subs then like Twitch matches it, or I guess Valorant technically, which it's funny that Valorant in all caps is the 3rd biggest subscriber.
Just common sense, maximum lethality, and authority for warfighters. That's all I ever wanted as a platoon leader. And it's all my E6 squad leaders ever wanted. Back to that E6 rule.
Valorant equals 10 cent equals user ping. It's productive forces, folks. It's productive forces. The gift sub.
We let our leaders fight their formations, and then we have their back. It's very simple.
Roachman, thank you.
Yet
thank you for the gift
incredibly
sub.
Powerful.
What is the rule for Valorant? Is it not? Alexandria, thank you.
Okay. I'm transgender.
Oh,
there,
it's
no 5 gift subs.
Do whatever you want all the time.
Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. All right, let's take a break for this for a second. And Valorant gifted 1, shaking my head.
I'm gay.
If you would like to subscribe, thank you to both of you for the gift subs. And also Valorant, I guess. Because the thing, it's not actually Valorant, right? Like, it's Twitch matching it. It's just Valorant paid like a flat fee to have their name as the one who gifts it. Do you like to subscribe with lots of cool emotes? And Valorant will also give subs as well. That's much appreciated. How did I find Income Tax Return? I don't know. I think it was through Julian. I remember like maybe Arga, thank you.
I am gay.
I think that was it like Petit Bellevou's like manager or something, like the podcast, and like they were talking. It was something like that. It was some weird lore. John Valorant, maybe John Valorant is watching. John Valorant loves Pete Hegseth, and he hates wokeness, so he was just like tuning in to see. Oh, Massive Lizard, let's go. Let's go. Alexandria, thank you for the bits. Look at the lizard, folks. We love him. Ugh. Oh man, what else has been going on? We love the lizard, don't we, folks? Biden counts 3 already? Yeah, it's a really great start of the stream. It started like, the 3rd one was at 30 minutes, I think. Was that the first one? I forgot what the word brunch was. I was saying that I had a breakfast / lunch. Of course I'm gonna ski again. I'm deciding whether I want to ski or snowboard. It is, it's Biden. Biden count is doing the 3. Hold on, let me change it. I love that emote so much. I don't really know what it... Like, that's so... I feel like I can't actually physically do a representation of the 3. It's something like this. It's perfect, though. It's just, like, a little awkward, but, like, friendly. I think it encapsulates my energy very well. Is it a cat? Oh, it's supposed to be a cat. Is it? I don't see it. I don't see it being a cat.
Oh, it's okay. I'm transgender.
Pretty, thank you.
Do whatever you want all the time.
Thank you. We love to see it. 5 gift subs and an extra 3 gift subs. Wow. Thank you.
Oh, it's okay. I'm transgender.
Oh, I had no idea. Do whatever you want all the time.
It's always been a cat? I've never processed that as a cat, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it at all. I don't see that being a count at all, I'm gonna be honest. The real Valorant live in the flesh. Oh, I gotta... Yes, we will read this article. Or is this the one you're talking about? Oh no, it's a different one. I don't know which one you're talking about. Jardner Sunstein article. It's two eyes, but it's like this is the 3, and then this is the eyes. It's like this. Do you see Candace Owens says Robinson's parents don't believe he's the shooter now? That's awesome. Yeah, Candace is doing grassy knoll shit. It's so cool. She really is like an insane person. That's why she's doing so well. Okay, I didn't realize that that's how cats smile, but I see it now. And this clip. Two and a half minutes if you'd like to subscribe. It's much appreciated. Thank you everyone who subscribed to gifted subs. Especially the hit game Valorant. We love it, folks. Don't we? What's going on? What's your opinion on Toronto? It's fine. Toronto's fine. It's not as good as Vancouver though. That's what, or Montreal. It's like of the 3, and this is very like narcissistic for like to add Vancouver into this. Of the 3 like big cities in Canada, which of course are Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal. It's the least fun. Pajama One, thank you. 40 months. The cool thing about the Toronto accent is that it's basically fake. Like people like play it up. Calgary and Edmonton are fake those are not real genders. Those are mental illnesses. Vancouver cities by population. I'm actually curious about this. Canadian cities by population. It's Toronto, Montreal, and then Vancouver. It is. Okay. So I was actually right. I wasn't undervaluing. Nice, your beak speaking on Toronto. I've never heard beak. That's funny. I like reach. Come reach as like come visit something. I was like exposed to some Toronto slang because I went to Queens, and then everyone I knew came from the GTA. So there was a party and people would be like, come reach. I rate that as well. Like I rate that as like, that's good. I like it. That one's cool. I am gay. Rex, thank you. A lie is good. I like a lie. Because it's the opposite of what you think it is. You think a lie, it's like, I don't agree with you, but it's the opposite. Someone said that to me. Did they rename it to Kings when the witch died? They should have. They fucking should have, you know, get rid of wokeness. Thank you all for the hype train. Much appreciated. Okay.
A few months ago, I was at the White House when President Trump announced his Liberation Day for America's trade policy. It was a landmark day. Well, today is another Liberation Day. The liberation of America's warriors, in name, in deed, and in authorities. You kill people and break things for a living. You are not politically correct and don't necessarily belong always in politics.
It is. What does that say about American society? That it's like, we want all of our like boys to go through an institution where you, quote, break things for a living. What do you think is going to happen when they come home? They're going to be like, well, I know that I've like lived in this like mini fascist society whose purpose is to break things for a living, but I've decided that I am no longer going to solve problems by breaking them.
Polite society.
Yeah, it's an awesome thing to say after this fucking story. So that was like the suspect was a former troop, right?
We are not an army of one. We are a joint force of millions of selfless Americans. We are warriors. We are purpose-built, not for fair weather, blue skies, or calm seas. We were built to load up in the back of helicopters.
That is also true. Militaries do have to succeed because they build things. It isn't like, does depict like a very, again, like Spartan, like trad Spartan image. It's like, it's the image that like the people who made the SS had of themselves. Ship biscuits, thank you.
5 tons, or Zodiacs, in the dead of night, in fair weather or foul, to go to dangerous places, to find those who would do our nation harm, and deliver justice.
I totally forgot that like Hegseth was like a rapist. Yeah, it's so they like all are. So you just like blur them all together, and it's like, I fucking like. This is the type of guy where you're like, I bet he has done it, but like, even if there isn't like a credible. It is the Rape and Suffering Administration.
Justice on behalf of the American people in close and brutal combat, if necessary.
Girth system, glory, anti-intellectualism, respect for troops, and heteronormativity. Exactly.
You are different.
And Pete Hegseth is going to make sure that you, random male recruit, is going to feel his girth.
We fight
yeah, right. He is prolific.
Because we hate what's in
Is there a new true on about it? Okay, cool.
front of us. We fight because we love what's behind us.
You love, You're loving what's behind you, Hegseth? Sorry, my fault.
See, the
I'm
Ivy
sorry.
League faculty lounges will never understand us, and that's okay.
My fault.
Because they could never do what you do.
God his ass.
The media will mischaracterize us, and that's okay. Because deep down they know the reason they can do what they do is you. In this profession, you feel comfortable inside the violence so that our citizens can live peacefully. Lethality is our calling card, and victory our only acceptable end state. In closing, a few weeks ago, at our monthly Pentagon Christian prayer service, I recited a commander's prayer. It's a simple yet meaningful prayer for wisdom for commanders and leaders. I encourage you to look it up if you've never seen it. But the prayer, it ends like this. And most of all, Lord, please keep my soldiers safe. Lead them, guide them, protect them, watch over them. And as you gave all of yourself for me, help me give all of myself for them.
It is a very like pause kind of quote.
I've prayed this prayer many times since I've had the privilege of being your secretary. And I will continue to pray this prayer for each of you as you command and lead our nation's finest.
Isn't it kind of gay to be a secretary? Why are we talking about that? Like Stalin, what's going on? Like
Go
pause. Oh, you're a
do good
secretary?
things.
Pause.
Hard things. President Trump has your back, and so do I. And you'll hear from him shortly. Move out and draw.
Wait, he said hard?
Trump has your back, and so do I. And you'll hear from him shortly. Move out and draw fire.
Where's before?
This prayer for finest. Go forth and do good things, hard things. President Trump has your back, and so do I.
Pause. That's
You'll
gay.
hear from him shortly. Move out
Arch your back for President Trump.
and draw fire, because we are the War Department. Godspeed.
We are the Reddit department. Godspeed.
Room. Attention.
Oh man. It's all very Reddit. Fascism, that's the thing, is fascism is Reddit. And it always has been Reddit.
Of most interest to me, what I've learned is that his father does not believe, his parents don't believe that their son committed this crime. I was like, huh? Excuse me? That's a far cry from.
There's the thing is, like, I'm sure, I mean, Candace Owens will just make whatever the fuck up. She doesn't care. I'm sure that she does have a line to them because they're like insane, evil Mormons.
What the media has been telling us.
It's the same with like the girlfriend, how it's like, yeah, I got off the phone with them and they were saying that their child is like evil and possessed by demons.
Just remember, the media presented this amazing story. The father realized his son was guilty, so it goes, right? And then he phoned over a friend to help him convince his son to turn himself in, because this guy, you know, this mysterious guy was a friend and just had a connection with Tyler. And eventually they said, you got to do the right thing here. We know.
Like, she's learning is doing this, but it's just like, I don't know if this solution is to make people like insane about things that aren't real. If it's like, well, the thing that they're aiming at right now is the one that we agree is bad, and it's like the next time that they're gonna like find an insane reason for something, it's gonna be an insane reason that isn't ideologically good. This is like a coincidence that you are ideologically aligned with Candace Owens in any way on this issue. She doesn't like Israel because she wants to do anti-Semitism.
No, this is you. That was the vibe. Certainly, that's what the media was.
It is. It's just like the takeaway from QAnon can't possibly just be that like, well, it's unfair that they get their QAnon and then we don't. It's like, well,
putting down for us to pick up. Well, I was told actually that it was kind of the opposite. That quote unquote family friend who we learned
she sells the Stanley Cup called a Standis Cup as merch. That's awesome.
Was a former detective with the police force, at least, and so therefore has strong ties with the police station, informed the family. It was that in-between person that informed the family that Tyler had been identified as the shooter. He recognized him. He knows Tyler. He gives them the heads up. And then I'm told, and I believe this, that the way in which he got arrested, or rather turned himself in, was because that family friend / neighbor / former detective told him, hey, it's best for you to turn yourself in because there's only one of two options here. Either you turn yourself in and everything is peaceable.
I don't understand. So it's interesting, though, that she does want to do like the Israel thing more than the trans one. Because my understanding is like the general line among the American right. I mean, I guess Candace is just doing her own thing. She looks moisturized. Candace is thriving. That's what she just needs to go independent to be like her insane self.
Or, you know, the SWAT.
Her merch is so bad. Let me see. I love this. Like, this looks like a makeup ad or something. It's just like CIA. Stand with Candace. And then it's like Standus. Is that the point? Is the point here that it's like Standus? Like if you're a Candace stan, you're a Standus? Candace Intelligence Agency. That's that rocks. But you don't know it though. It doesn't say it. It just looks like the CIA. Here, this one. Candace Intelligence Agency. That's actually so goated. We don't know, no, but we know. That's a perfect. Candace, and this is actually so goated. This is so goated. Make him a that's okay. Well-behaved women, but that doesn't make sense. Make him a sandwich. It's like well-behaved women seldom make history, but then why would you, if you're like making him a sandwich, aren't you like a well-behaved woman? Make him a sandwich is so awesome. Yeah, this is beast. This is beast. Live Eggar merch. Would you guys buy what would be the most horrific Live Eggar merch for me to do? Live Intelligence Agency. Obviously the lizard. I mean that's actually not bad merch idea. Live Eggar merch is also just CIA shirts, yeah.
Team could come in here and arrest you and things would get crazy.
Live, laugh, love is funny.
So that's what happened. He went over to their house. Tyler was called over. Tyler was bewildered. He disputed the idea that he had murdered Charlie Kirk. In fact, according to my source, Tyler has never even stepped foot on UVU campus. Tyler, it turns out, which has already been revealed.
Is she not saying what her source is? I thought she was saying that it was the family that said this.
Was accepted into Utah State University, not Utah Valley. And that's actually interesting if you pause and reflect on that, because we didn't really consider how on earth Tyler became not just familiar with the layout of the campus, but familiar with the rooftop.
She's just working all the angles. Yeah, you're right.
Layout of UVU campus. So familiar.
It's like online. I don't know.
That he knew exactly how to scale across the rooftops to duck down in order to take an almost impossible shot.
Oh, she's doing the fucking everything is just JFK now. Like literally everything is JFK. That is not it's a very easy shot to make. It's like 170 yards away, just like open field, and it's just a stationary target with like a hunting rifle. Yes, man. Like that's the thing is like the JFK shot is a crazy shot, right? It's a very difficult shot to make. This is not a difficult shot to make. There's no like
at a Charlie Kirk who was sitting beneath
the JFK magic bullet
tent. How did he know how to do all of that? Had he been there before?
Is it about the no exit wound thing?
That he knew where Charlie was going to be sitting in it, that he would have that shot from on top of the Losey Center? What?
Well, it wouldn't make sense that it would be in this context, because it's like it's implying that he's like a
tent. How did he know how to do all of that? Had he been there before? That he knew where Charlie was going to be
the no autopsy
sitting
thing.
in it, that he would have that shot from on top of the Losey Center? What? Right? I would actually, and I don't know, but I would imagine that even actual current UVU students don't know that possibility. Like they're not.
Why would a UVU student not know how to? I feel like it's really straightforward.
Not even that familiar with how to scale the rooftops and what shots they can take from it.
I don't understand. So the Charlie Kirk autopsy thing. I know that the TPUSA people were being like, well, he just has a magic neck that stopped like a hunting rifle. But then what is the actual like real actual news about that? There's no report? Has there been an autopsy report? Whether or not there hasn't been an autopsy report. An autopsy was reported on Charlie Kirk's shooting. As required by Utah law, the report is not released publicly yet. So the thing about there not being an exit wound is like just TPUSA stuff. No autopsy was done. Where does it say that? Okay, I saw MSN. It's just Twitter hearsay? Okay. Because I just Googled it. Oh, is this Hindustan Times? I don't know if that's a... What other... Like an American. Yeah, it just said TPC had contact with the coroner, which is like a hearsay thing. Yeah, I know. Hindustan Times is slop. It's like repeating story that already exists elsewhere, like slop or whatever. Has there just been nothing about an autopsy? I don't know. This seems like just hearsay. Exit wound. Yeah, it's Hindustan News, Fox News. So the only bit about the thing about the exit wound stuff is just from like the Charlie Kirk ally who's like supposedly talking to a coroner. And that's like the only information there is. Like people were saying this is a part of the official story. And I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know, like, is there anything about an exit wound that isn't just from that? Am I insane? Because people were talking about the no exit wound thing like it was real. Like nothing? Let's see. Is there he's analyzing a clip?
Appear to be bullets captured in frames of cell phone video flying past Charlie. And in order to really get a sense of what the path that this alleged bullet would be taking, you have to kind of dig through a lot of these videos. But basically, this frame is showing it going down past his knee below him. And there's another frame that people have found with a bullet that appears to be coming in at him from behind. So what
this guy's, is this the like shot from behind stuff?
The theory that this is developing would establish is a bullet coming down and in from back right side of Charlie, entering somewhere in the back of his neck and head.
Okay, I don't know, man. Sure. Is that all we have right now? Okay. We're actually doing grassy knoll shit. Okay. All right, sure. What is the Jimmy Dore one? That guy's as psycho as Candace Owens? Okay, yeah. What is this guy's deal? Ian Carroll? Yeah. America First Bricks. Oh, it's this guy. Okay, yeah, for sure. No, it's an expert. Yeah, I know. This is a real military expert. Yeah, okay. No, but they are doing grassy knoll bullshit. Okay. So there is literally nothing. There is nothing except for like random conspiracy guys who are like trying to scrub the video and see like a bullet in the frames or whatever. Oh, come on.
The final theory for today, and I think this is maybe the most compelling theory, is that Charlie Kirk was wearing one of those microphones. You have a magnet clip on the outside and the microphone's underneath. And this guy, John Bray, is that his name? John Bray says, based solely on my analysis of the two angles of the events on September 10th, I have come to the conclusion that this is the object that struck Charlie Kirk in the neck. So it's one of these kind of things, right? I use these. And then it's got a big magnet that...
It's like a pager thing. Like he got pagered by Israel.
Keeps it connected. This DJI Mic 2 is a wireless microphone with a rectangular magnetic clasp.
DJI.
The device has a 300 mAh battery that weighs 8 grams. So I wear these all the time. And so on that day, Charlie had the microphone mounted with the bulk of the device underneath his shirt. Notice the magnetic clasp on his shirt and the angle that it's at. So there it is. So that's the angle, and it looks like it's tilted, kind of pointing that way. And there it is. It's underneath his shirt, right? And so the idea is that microphone thing.
The idea that he was shot from behind is so fucking funny. Man. Doesn't he like fall back? Like I saw the video. I remember him falling
was
back.
rigged.
Also, yeah, he was clearly shot in the right side of his neck. He was not shot from behind, man. Come on.
To explode.
Yeah, yeah. I don't, okay. The thing about this is that because of like all the left-wing conspiracy stuff, it's like this is now just like a nonpartisan thing. It's just like everyone thinks everything isn't real and they all have their own stupid reasons. Because it's like this event didn't happen perfectly for me. Like even for the right, where it's like this should be a win for you, right? It's like a ostensibly left liberal, you know, cause. So he's being killed for transphobia or whatever. But it's like, no, it's not enough. It's not perfect. What if it's actually the Jews who did it, which is like a perfect Candace Owens result? Is Kyle going wild with it? That makes sense. I'm not surprised.
And kill him. So
like the pagers that they had in Lebanon.
Like the
pagers. Like the pagers.
Pagers, very much like Israel did with those pagers and the people in Lebanon, and they bragged about doing it. They turned
or
those
vapes.
They turned page. What's that?
I made a bad joke about how.
Is it fucking Kurt Metzger? Of course. Sorry, I didn't like face the name
on stage about how Israel can blow up our vapes. So you know, World War III is coming, and
it's a great fucking bit, man. What if fucking Israel? Kurt Metzger is like a dumbass comic, I guess. Is that a good description of Kurt Metzger? I do a hilarious fucking bit about like, what if I was hitting my fucking strawberry vape?
Said vapes to be stupid,
and it just fucking exploded. That's why.
Guy comes up to me after, a drunk guy, goes, "Yeah, my cousin's in the IDF, and they were doing that in like 2007 or 2000. They blow up vapes as well. Any electronic device with one of them batteries, they can make a bomb out of it."
So let's watch. So that's what it is.
I realize he's not going to show it, but I like fight or flight instinct.
This is the battery for the DJI Mic 2 transmitter that was underneath Charlie's shirt. This is an 8-gram, 300 mAh battery that's unique in that it's very easy to swap. A 2-gram charge of PETN would match the power of a 30-06 and leave 75% of the battery functional.
I'm so fucking mad. Like, is there really nothing about the exit wound other than the Charlie Kirk shooter guy, the Charlie Kirk, the TPS USA guy who's like talking to the coroner? Is there genuinely nothing else about the exit wound? You know, it's not. It wouldn't. I saw the video. That was a bullet hitting his fucking neck.
Detectable.
That was not.
That's what he's
There's
saying.
not a single thing. I just don't understand why I fucking listen to. It's just, yeah, people love conspiracy so much that they can't actually. There's nothing there's no intelligible. If you just look at the thing that people are saying, like, what are we doing here? If you just look at people's, even like people love, like, you can't actually get like an intelligible, a reasonable interpretation of the facts. Acoustic analysis confirms was near ground level. Crack bang intervals across all recordings. Yeah, I don't even. The very likely truth is just more boring. It's just that they have like actually a shit ton of evidence against this guy, including like his DNA on the gun, and that he was probably just like a dog day afternoon thing, or like, who knows, maybe it was something stupider than that somehow, where it's just like, I didn't like Charlie Kirk's vibe. Like, as a radical libertarian centrist, I thought that Charlie Kirk went too far when he said that, you know, whatever, like, hey, Kiana.
Liv, I'm purbing out today.
We
Wish
love
me
it.
luck.
We love to see it, folks. That's one. I hope you guys have fun. I hope you have a nice time. It was a dog option situation, but just that's like overwhelmingly the thing that probably happened. I mean, honestly, maybe it's good that everyone's being a conspiracy insane person, because it's just like the trans component of the story is like, it's not good enough.
I'm gay.
Max and Ruby, thank you. Max and Ruby and Max, we love it. Every time I see your username, I just have to like Ruby and Max in my head. Maybe that's good. Like everyone is too insane and like chasing Israel or whatever. That it's like people don't even pay attention to the. It's like boring. It's not fun enough. Everything needs to be more insane. Maybe now that's the problem is it's just that no one is tethered to reality and everything is just whatever anyone wants it to be. Yeah, they could have had the like nice conservative boy manipulated by gender ideology, but they were just like too like, it's like no. It was a fucking Israeli pager that exploded in his neck. It's like, sure. I guess so. Yeah, if you want to think that. Maybe that's less depressing. Maybe I should have seen this coming. Honestly, I just like, whenever I see like an angle for transphobia, I forget that like trans stuff is like maybe the 4th or 5th cultural issue for conservatives. Like, it's not like gender criticals where like they just only think about trans people. It's like, no. They're like.
This is what he's saying. You can see the shockwave travel from the DJI mic outward. His neck and ears quake with the force, and his earpiece flies up as his body is slightly lifted from the explosion. His shirt,
I guess that is it. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's like the place we're in culturally now, where it's like, fuck it, sure. If you want to think it's Israel, like, it's not like I care about Israeli PR, right? That's the thing, is it's not as if like Israel is morally above shooting Charlie Kirk. It's just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It does, none of it makes sense at all. It's like, what? You're meaning to tell me that the theory that Adolf Hitler traveled into the future and shot Charlie Kirk, like, you're a defender of Adolf Hitler? It's like, well, I just don't think that Adolf Hitler time traveled to 2025 to shoot Charlie Kirk in the neck.
As his body is slightly lifted from the explosion. His shirt deformation show a directed blast across his chest with the wave peeking around his neck. So the blast comes from here, and it's aimed this way, and you see his whole shirt come up as if there's a blast underneath the shirt. Mm-hmm. So let's watch. So you see that, right?
Yes.
That was a clutch move away, by the way. I wanted to be.
Wow.
It's like this strange.
That was
ripple
a clutch. Just cut to the CPAC
through
thing.
his shirt.
You see that, right?
Yeah, this is a photo. This is a video of him
whole
getting
shirt
shot.
goes up, and then it goes up here.
This one doesn't have blood for some. I guess this is the one from farther away. This is really not that bad.
So it looks. It's all.
The one from the up close, you can see like the blood, and it's
also a very, very compelling argument that it was his microphone pack underneath his shirt.
It doesn't work, folks. You're gonna have to take my word for it, because I'm not showing the
that blew up. As the shockwave travels across his body, the magnetic clasp.
I mean, I just have to assume that if you get shot by a 30-06, that there's gonna be like a lot of wind around you. It's a really fast thing.
All right, welcome to the show, y'all.
I can't say that I know that much about bullets, but that just sounds probably right.
Is flung across his body.
I'm trying to hide the truth, yeah.
In just a few frames, it disappears into his neck.
It is traveling the speed of fucking sound, yeah.
The wound
also, it just doesn't look like an explosion.
Appears is the same
size. It's going to push you, which it does. You can see, that's the thing. Let me watch this again. Yeah, he's not getting pushed forward. He's getting pushed back. It's so funny. Sorry, I know you guys can't see this, so it's just for me. I mean, you can see, it's like, if you want to skip to like the third minute, if you want to see he's getting pushed back.
So like, it looks, it's also a very, very compelling argument that it was.
This sound is very funny. Anyway.
For all those things shown on the multiple camera angles, we don't see any indicators of high velocity impacts. We see a tremendous amount of energy expelled in an instant, but none of the evidence shows any high velocity.
I just don't expect John Bray to know, this random Twitter account to know what the fuck he's talking about
splatter. However, a rifle was shot. So this would be a high velocity blood spatter. He put a shaped charge. This is what a shaped charge is. Enough to penetrate the skull.
It's goated. That's a goated theory. Let's see Kyle. Let's see the Kyle
a lot
break.
going on.
I love that he's platinum blonde. I think that's so quirky of him.
Today. So yes, later on in the show, I will talk about the news that just came out this morning that there was a mass shooting at an ICE facility where immigrants were targeted. There are 3 immigrants dead. There are no ICE agents even injured.
But he kind of is gay coded a little. Like he's like.
Given those facts, the right has still decided to go all in on shamelessly lying about this. So we'll talk about that. I also have new Charlie Kirk evidence that absolutely changes everything. I'll be talking about that in just a... Let's start with this. You all know the Charlie Kirk story has not been adding up at all. There's a couple things that I keep coming back to.
I mean, this makes sense for Kyle.
That I just haven't seen a sufficient explanation.
Isn't he married to Crystal? He's married to Crystal Ball, which is like an unreal fucking name. I mean, I guess I get why she's insane because her name is literally Crystal Ball.
One of those things is that the shooter allegedly changed clothes 2 times. Why he did it 2 times, nobody knows. Nobody can explain why he changed twice and why he did it at the times that they said he did it. Also, nobody can explain that he allegedly disassembled and reassembled the weapon also multiple times. Nobody can explain that this particular weapon is notoriously very difficult to disassemble and reassemble. It's not really made to do that easily. Nobody can explain how this particular weapon, even when broken down, it wouldn't fit in his backpack. Nobody can explain how the weapon was reassembled in the woods after the shooting when it allegedly was disassembled after the shot was fired. There's a lot that doesn't add up. Never mind the multiple decoys that were in the audience that, you know, there's no explanation that makes...
We're going decoy? What is the multiple decoys? Because we know the one guy who's like an insane man who is like, it was me. What is the reference to the other one?
Makes sense. That includes those people unless they were involved in the plot. And the FBI is trying to pretend like they weren't involved in the plot. And in fact, those people have been let go. So as you all know, I've had many questions about...
Yeah, oh, is this literally a reference to the guy that they arrested? Like the guy that they... Is he... No way he's talking about Elder TikTok. That would be so fucking funny if he's talking about Elder TikTok. No shot he was talking about Elder TikTok.
What went on here. And it seems like... I gotta be honest, it seems like... Originally, I thought I'd be in the minority... But no, I'm not. No. I appear to be repping the majority position.
Yes, you are,
certainly
brother.
Among people left of center, but even among...
As I learned on Twitter a couple weeks ago, yes, you are repping the majority of
people right of center. I know that MAGA...
Would you... That's crazy to me that people right of center are doing conspiracy theories.
Certainly MAGA leadership is trying to make this about Trantifa. Blame trans people, blame Antifa, but it's not working. And it's not working because they keep trying to get away with preposterous...
Has there been like opinion polls about the ideology of the shooter recently?
Thing. So here's a great example of that right here. Fox News tweeted this a couple days ago.
This is the classic.
Man of Steel. Charlie Kirk's body stopped a bullet that would typically just go through everything, and it was an absolute miracle.
I do wonder, though, like, is Fox News reporting this because they want conspiracy stuff? I guess this is just, like, Protestant ethics stuff of, like, there was a miracle that happened because he's amazing, and he... Yeah, Miracle Boy dies instantly, yeah.
Nobody else was killed. His surgeon told TPUSA. It is...
It's Protestant Catholicism.
All right, here we go.
But the thing is, it's like, yeah, I hear the experts. Do we need an expert to know that a 30-06 would go through someone?
Insane. That in the year of our Lord...
I don't know. We were just talking about this. That this is the only claim, is the TPUSA spokesperson who was like, just got off the phone with the surgeon, and he said that Charlie Kirk's neck was actually incredibly strong. That there's like there's no other person claiming that it stopped the bullet.
2025.
I thought there was. I thought that was going to be like the official story or something. Or it was like, as you can see from the clip, they clearly like it's a different round of ammunition.
Wrote this with a straight face. I mean, this is humiliating. They're actually making the case.
But it's not. I don't.
That Charlie Kirk is unique among billions of human beings, and his
they're reporting fan
flesh,
fiction.
his blood, his bones are just that much stronger that they were able to stop a bullet that others just would have no chance of stopping whatsoever. Now, that gets to the main point here, which is the story they were telling originally was, okay, the shot that hit Charlie in the neck, well, first it had to ricochet off of a bulletproof vest he was wearing, and then it went up, which is why...
Which story? Who's telling this story?
The entrance wound was so large, because normally an entrance wound is actually very small. Like, usually where the mess happens is the exit wound. That's where you see,
There's people on Twitter,
flesh explode and the blood come out. And so the fact that the entrance wound
But this is like conspiracy baking, isn't it? The bulletproof vest thing was conspiracy baking.
Appeared to be so big. The explanation was, hey, the bullet ricocheted off the top of his bulletproof vest and sort of went in almost sideways or tumbling, and that's what led to the huge open wound and the blood immediately coming out. But here's the thing. Erica Kirk has subsequently come out and said he wasn't wearing a bulletproof vest. Not only that, but some people say, you could see in certain clips from certain angles, certain pictures, you could actually see a little bit of the outline of his nipples through his shirt, which would again prove
you could actually see his nipples were hard as fuck.
He's not wearing a bulletproof vest. Okay, so then, so if you throw out the bulletproof vest aspect of this, well, then you open up a whole can of worms, because now
you can see the piercings. You can see them. They were.
It's like, well, that can't be an entrance wound anymore. That looks like it's probably the exit wound, because that reacted
so
like
it's
an
from
exit
behind. We're doing the from behind thing
wound,
again,
right? Okay. So now, and the funny thing is, you know who's really making a big stink about this? It's the right-wingers, because it's the people who are very well-versed in gun culture, and they know the facts and the evidence and how these things work, because they've been shooting guns their whole lives. And so we have a bunch of people who came out and talked about this, and were like, nah, bro, this simply does not add up. So here's one right here. I want to play this for you. Take a look.
You know how many people hunt out there and know exactly what a 30-06 round does to an elk skeleton or bone? We're not dumb. This ain't gonna work. This man of steel, his bone density. Let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about some things a 30-06 can do. From out to about 400 to 500 yards, a 30-06 can penetrate elk bone. Why is that significant? Elk bone is significantly more dense and strong than human bone. Why? Because elk get up to almost 1,000 pounds. And so the bone has to be extremely dense to carry that much weight. Now, let's compare it to human, okay? Well, for one, let's talk about where Charlie got shot. He got shot here in the carotid. If that did hit a vertebrae in his neck, let's understand that neck vertebrae is some of the most fragile bone in the human body, because it's so flexible to handle what we do with our neck. So what they're telling you is, a 30-06 round, which can blow through elk bone, was stopped by Charlie Kirk's neck.
I don't understand. I mean, I guess it's because it's a right-wing guy.
And a vertebrae. If you believe that...
I mean, this seems, the technical knowledge of this seems fine.
God bless your little...
He seems like he knows what he's talking about. I can't say that I'm a gun person.
Now let's look at this actual ballistics test. All right, so we're going to watch a video from US Overwatch. He just put out this a day ago. Very good video. Let's check it out. I'll put his link in the pinned comment and description if you want to watch the whole video.
Sir.
We're still treating it like the official story is that that his neck stopped a 30-06. Which I guess maybe the more serious discussion is, can a 30-06 do that if it like grazes your neck or whatever? Like, or would it just make like a massive fucking hole? I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, can you see from the video how big the exit wound is?
Will be a cold bore shot.
I guess you kind of can't.
And we will just see what kind of results we are able to duplicate.
All right, so he's got some very thick bone here across the strap of this dummy. Obviously, this would be far thicker and stronger than a human vertebrae in the neck. Let's see what this 30-06 round does to it. Wow.
And
there was no exit wound. Why are we? What again? Where's this the thing that there's no exit wound outside of the TPUSA statement? I was asking for this before.
It's not even the gelatin test. I know you've seen it with like gelatin, And I mean, I've seen like the head get straight up blown off from a 30-06 round. Like,
these people don't understand that not all bullets are the same material, shape, and weight. Also, the propellant used.
this is not,
They're dumb.
there's no way that
This is the evidence. It's just the statement from a TPUSA guy. Because it's like, who are we debunking? Like, I'm happy to debunk the TPUSA guy, who I don't think that he talked to a surgeon that was operating on Charlie Kirk. I just like don't really know what that means.
the weapon that they're saying was
Like, who is they? Who are they? Who is saying this?
used, right? It was definitely a different weapon. Now, at this point, we don't even know where the fucking shot came from. More on that in a little bit, but I'll keep going here.
All right, from this angle, as you can see here. Huh. Not only does it go through that bone, it explodes the bone, blows through the dummy. Also, as we'll see here in a second, blows through the wall behind it.
Like we did kind of also think, the bone stood no chance against a 30 caliber round traveling.
No, I mean, it didn't. It didn't. I want to see the
observed as potential signals, the
here we
original
go.
unexhaustive, pursuing every lead to its conclusion. The full weight of America's law enforcement agencies are actively following the evidence that has emerged, but our efforts extend beyond initial findings. We are examining every facet of this assassination. We are meticulously investigating theories and questions, including the location from where...
I love this too, because it's like Kash Patel is like, I mean, I don't know. I guess there's no reason to fake why the fuck Kash Patel is saying we're investigating the location of the shooter. It's just like, this is what happens when you have like a QAnon FBI.
The shot was taken. Wait, hold on. So that sounds like you guys are kind of...
I like the idea that this is Kash Patel's attempt to like not to make sure that there isn't conspiracy theories.
Of admitting the shot maybe didn't come from the front. That the original story you try to convince everybody of was complete and utter horseshit. This is what he's saying. Hey, we're looking into maybe the shot came from elsewhere. Wow. Okay. He says the possibility of accomplices, the text message confession and related conversations, Discord chats, the angle of the shot and bullet impact, how the weapon was transported, hand gestures observed as potential signals near Charlie at the time of his assassination. This is something I showed you, I believe, right after it happened.
That's true. If Pete Hegg said that was my back and the shot came from behind, it makes sense.
In my long segment on it, a lot of people isolated. Looks like these people are given signals who are next to Charlie. He says we're looking at... But furthermore, the bullet in the gun makes absolutely no sense. That's a fact. Kash Patel is scrambling and basically being like, oh, we're on it. But yeah, I guess we don't know what the fuck happened either. Well, now I'm going to go through here some of the theories, and we're going to start with...
I don't know, man.
With somewhat plausible, and then as we go on, it's going to get into Crazyville. Okay.
That's so cool. That's so cool that like that's the way of reporting all the sides. It's like we have to understand all the series.
Okay, but let's go. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now have acquired proof that the FBI's official story is false, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We're going to have an entire monologue and talk about a lot of these things after I show you this. But if you take nothing,
I don't like. Yeah, man, I don't.
Else away from this video, you need to see this.
And in that video, you can see the same, what appears to be the bullet coming down, and it does line up with the actual gunshot itself. So you're not counting gang violence. Great.
So this video was created by a friend of mine who is a Marine. You'll see him here at the end. This is the angle right there. And you'll see the exit wound corresponding after, split second after, as it would from an entry and exit wound. So in this footage, you can clearly see that Charlie is shot from his back right.
I'm not going to show
and there's
this.
blood splatter
You do
coming
see
out
blood splatter,
of the entry
though.
wound.
So is this just debunking the TPUSA? You can just imagine there's
Immediately
blood,
after a shot.
There's
the
blood
first
splatter.
arc is kind of down, as if it's just gushing out.
You can see the entrance wound, though.
The entry wound. And then the second shot corresponds with when his head kind of snaps forward. That fluid then flips up in relation to that motion. So you can see there's that second splatter flipping up into the air. This is something that I hadn't seen to...
No, he said shot by accident.
This
It
date.
says that
I saw
on
this for the first time late in the evening.
He says he misspoke on the thing. You can't see, though, because there's just a video of... There's a video on my screen right now of Charlie Kirk being shot repeatedly.
Yesterday, and I decided that this
I'm-
needed to be put out immediately because no one that I know of is talking about this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this and
So
created
what's
this
the
video.
bake here? Is the bake that a 30-06 would destroy someone more than this?
You'll see him here in just a moment. But let's just one more time look at this shot. You see, bullet comes in, in that circled area.
I see it,
with
bro.
the skin being pierced.
We see the shot, bro.
And then the travel, whatever the caliber is, whether it be 5.56, 308, 30-06, it's not even a debate at this point. It doesn't matter what caliber killed him. What matters is that the official narrative is not true.
But that's not the official narrative.
Again, whether the FBI knows or not that they're lying, but this is 100% conclusive evidence that Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head. And it exited...
Oh, sorry. He's saying it's in the back of the head.
And
wait, what? That doesn't
the
make
official
sense.
narrative is not true. Kirk
Okay,
was
no,
shot
I
in
actually don't
the back of
understand.
the head. And
I don't understand why that proves that at all.
exited through the front of his throat. All of the evidence points to Charlie being shot from his back right. Now, including this little blood splatter that we can see here against the white backdrop, the extreme hemorrhaging from the front of his neck, which again corresponds with an exit wound, the extreme loss of blood. No matter what the caliber is, that distance, that amount of meat is not enough for most...
I don't know, man. Sure, whatever.
Most bullets to expand. I mean, 99...
Okay. It's science, it's ballistics. The gun bros have shot a human ballistic dummy and it completely blows up. They don't think that it lines up with Charlie's injuries.
The description below. Again, he is the one who brought this to my attention.
Okay.
Actually get the right answers and give the right answers. I mean, how hard did they try to pin this thing on fucking trans people? They tried...
What is the size of his nips?
So many ways. It was a trans shooter. You had 4chan doxing
You can't get a photo of a bullet in motion with your phone? Yeah.
or 4 different trans people who didn't do it, by the way, trying to ruin their fucking lives. Then they moved it to, there's trans stuff on the bullets. That's not true either. Then they moved it to finally, he's got like a trans partner, a roommate or something. So they kept moving the trans goalpost, but obviously, ideologically, they just wanted to blame the left. They wanted to blame trans people. So they're blinded by their bias. So you can't trust shit coming from these people.
He's hungry for the
Nothing
truth.
at all. But, people are starting to dig deep. So this is one theory that went out there. This thing has gotten a lot of traction, by the way. A lot of people are talking about this. Like I said, I've seen theories that the shooters were directly to his side.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me that fucking... I don't know. It's crazy to me, man.
Seen different people singled out
Maybe
as the shooter to the side. But let me...
That the less crazy conspiracy he's showing is that he got shot from behind.
Keep going here. So this is the other thing people have been talking about now. They're going...
That's not a Biden count. That's not even... I'm just like... still fucking...
deep on Erica Kirk, and they're learning more about her background. So this person says, hey, media, what are the odds of Turning Point President Erica Kirk and Virginia prosecutor Lindsay Halligan being on the same stage in the same Trump-owned 2009 beauty pageant? And so you dig deep on Erica Kirk, and you find out that she did the Miss USA thing, the Trump Miss USA thing. Another thing about her past. She, apparently her mom, they moved to Phoenix because her mom got involved with the government.
I am gay.
She got a job with Homeland Security and the Department of Defense. So there's links between her mom and the U.S. government. People are also pointing out Erica Kirk apparently worked for this like Christian missionary thing in Romania.
I like that. Thank you for the 5 months.
And the Christian missionary thing she worked for in Romania were allegedly disappearing children. And, that begs the question, well, what the fuck were they doing with them? Is this some sort of trafficking thing like we've been so concerned about vis-a-vis Epstein and stuff like that? And people are making these videos, bro. These videos are, first of all, they're blowing up. But second of all, it's one of those things where it's like, you can drive yourself crazy connecting the dots on this shit. So here we go.
I don't understand.
Watch this.
I want to see Kyle Kulinski explicating like the conspiracy around Erica Kirk more, because it doesn't make sense to me.
Charlie, I love you.
Because it's like, yeah, she is like, Charlie Kirk has a wife that's from MAGA world. Like, what's crazy? If I would have guessed that Charlie Kirk would have had a wife that was like from an anarchist family of militant Antifa. I don't understand what that like. It's just like fun. I guess it's a fun conspiracy.
So that's her at a Trump Miss USA pageant. She did one in 2009. I think she did one in 2012. This is her at the event.
I'm not noticing clearly.
Trump owns the Miss USA pageant. The Erica Kirk, Romania. This is what I just told you about. Romania probes Israeli adoption agency link in organ trafficking. What the fuck? What the...
Oh, this one is actually crazy. I still don't know what it means exactly. It's just other than like you're telling me Charlie Kirk's wife is evil. But yeah, this one was
a fuck. That
is evil. Yeah.
The other thing, she has told a story about how her and Charlie met. I don't remember all the specifics, but it was something like on a.
That one was like a nothing burger. That's just like weird evangelical bullshit.
Plane to Israel or in the airport. On the way to Israel or on the airport.
Yeah, that's just like weird evangelical. Like, oh, it was meant to be. We've met in the Holy Land.
Real.
They're accused of training children in crime and sending them west.
We as the American people deserve to have every Epstein file released.
That's where I disagree with Charlie. I hate my opponent.
The $12 million fortune.
Oh, is the big that like Erica Kirk helped kill Charlie Kirk with Israel to get his.
Charlie Kirk leaves his wife and kids following shooting. Nearly $5 million raised for Charlie Kirk's family following assassination as Turning Point USA sees upwards of 18,000 new chapter requests overnight.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years.
So folks, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect to your Twitch account and get a free subscription.
And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
I was definitely trafficked. Romanians adopted as kids now seek justice, answers as adults. Then, all right, now we're going a layer deeper.
But like, is he not explicating it? I want someone to like actually explain more. Is that a brown bear? Or better to like elaborate upon what that actually implies about the murder. Baba Wilfred, thank you.
Ready? We're going to level deeper here, bro.
Okay.
See, now we're getting into all the like the conspiracies we've talked about to this point are more or less within the realm of not insane. Now we're getting to the sort of stuff that the flat Earth community.
Okay.
There are certain theories that they are gravitating to.
He's just like promoting this because it's funny, I guess. Oop, that's an accident.
And we're gonna walk through some of them here. So, one of the things some people are saying. And to be fair, I don't know if this one is actually flat Earth. This might be just short of the flat Earth community here. But they're saying that the video of Tyler Robinson allegedly running across the roof, that particular video is AI, that's faked. And some of the points people have made is that, hey, I thought that this campus was just given a whole bunch of 1080 HD security cameras. And now you're showing us videos that look like they're recorded on a phone from 2007.
Oh, Erica Kirk is Mossad, and she was tapped to take over TPUSA to push Israeli propaganda because Charlie didn't want to.
From 200 yards away, it just doesn't.
I think Kyle is now just doing like showing this in the way that like I would show a conspiracy on QA.
Weird. It's weird.
Oh, is Hassan done? Is Hassan done? Are we hello Raiders, or not Raiders, but the
people are saying
not quite Raiders, but the people who are here after Hassan who want more politics.
This is fake.
Who's Hassan? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I am the only left-wing streamer. Don't worry about whoever that is. I am the only one.
This is AI. And I'll play the video.
An actual Turk, unlike that fucking cosplayer. Turk Varmy.
Here for you, and we'll walk through it as we talk about it. But
yeah, I still just like. There's a bunch of like shooter chud guys who are like, I don't know, as a ballistics expert because I shoot a lot. This just like doesn't add up. And I can't say that I mean, yeah, they're right. They're right that the idea by that TPUSA guy, that fucking, that a 30-06 wouldn't be stopped by someone's like neck cartilage is like correct, but that's not the official narrative. That's just like an insane person from TPUSA who's doing like weird Protestant ethics stuff.
Take note here of
it's just like I don't know.
The shadow of Tyler Robinson as he runs across the roof, and the shadow disappears when he gets on this portion of the roof. Watch.
Oh, they're saying this is AI. That's awesome.
Did you see that? One more.
So the dog thing, is this just like is it, this is like a pilled guy, right? Like the dog is like a hashtag noticing.
Time.
Did you guys see, I mean, I said, I was about to say, did you guys see? When I know for sure the answer is no. My like Instagram feed is now like fucking insane. And I would like to apologize. I saw someone tweet like, I keep getting Nick Fuentes videos on my Instagram, and it's like every time it's liked by Liv Agar. So I'd like to apologize. I'm trying to get the algorithm to give me more insane things. I saw like an anti-Semitic like hashtag, you know, noticing meme, and it was like, it started with the jank thing. Hold on, let me. This is one of the strangest. This is like in the same genre video though. This is why I bring this up.
Clear program is going to be destroyed, and anyone who gets in the way, it doesn't matter where they are, even if they are politicians in the West, they are going to fall because
it's so strange. And then it's just like anti-Semitic. I guess they're saying the Jews killed Kennedy, and then it's like, I don't actually know, but then there's like the dancing Israeli thing, and this is like a really common like anti-Semitic noticing thing now, is like jank going like this about an Israeli. That's, to me, this is like the same genre of guy.
Running, there's the shadow.
Is whoever was making this meme about like the dog Googling, searching like how many Jews control America, and it's like
when he hits the white part of the roof. All right, one more time. Shadow is there as he's running in this portion. When he gets to the white portion.
Well, is it? It's a different like texture,
right? When he gets to the white portion.
It's just like harder to notice a rooftop CC.
There's a shadow disappearing again. Shadow disappearing. They're gonna get to another.
I'm actually curious how Kyle is presenting this.
The video that they
it's like overexposed, yeah. Yeah, I that's how textures work. Jay Marianne, thank you.
Oh, I had no idea. Do whatever you want all the time.
Yeah, I don't quite understand.
They say vertical lines glitch.
Vertical lines. I just like don't think that these guys like. Do you want to see what an AI video looks like, man? Like, let's. Where's that video I was showing before? Like. This is an AI, but like, I'm sorry, I don't think this is AI.
Okay, that one was weird. Let me watch that one again. I didn't quite see this one. Did you guys notice anything here? Let's see. Running. They're gonna zoom in on the lines.
I love the bridge. Can someone link the bridge one again, where she's just like, she like jumps back? I love that because there's a version of that with the Chinese grandma. But the Chinese grandma is not smiling. It's like, it's very American. It's it's an important difference. Is like the American boomer who's destroying society is like, she's the biggest fucking grin on her face. DJ Mule, thank you as well. So many raids today.
I had no idea. Do whatever you want.
We love to see it. I hope you had a good stream. We're doing, I don't fucking know what we're doing anymore. I don't know what's going on. We're looking at I feel like he's like now that he's got like the platinum blonde dyed as well, I feel like a kinship with Kulinski.
He's on the edge of the roof. That I don't know.
Did you guys see also, speaking of AI, did you see how a bunch of people were mad at fucking what's his name? I forgot his name. Connor O'Malley for doing AI stuff. Did you guys see that? Also, Shrilltacular, thank you for continuing your gift sub. Which is so funny. It's like, you guys know that that's like not. It's weird though, because people will say like, oh, well, it's really bad for the environment. It's like AI is now at the point where like eating a hamburger is far more disastrous for the environment than like generating a fucking 10-second video clip. Like, you can't do that anymore. It's not like, it's not a thing that it's like prescribed, morally speaking, that you like.
About that one, the blue haze, the blue haze.
It's just cringe. Like, the thing about AI now is just that it's cringe and it produces misinfo.
Thing just seems like, again, if this one's a shittier camera, you could just have weird glitches. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why the blue haze. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. It's just a CCTV. They look weird.
And the person behind the tree is the other one. You're gonna see this. So see this person walking. They get behind the tree and then they don't finish walking. It just stops. They're gonna show it again. They're rewound it here. They get behind the tree and then they stop.
They probably like. I just don't think
that one. That one. People were pointing out that one within like the first week. I think this is, if you zoom in on the video to the right hand portion, you see somebody walking on the sidewalk, but when they get to behind the tree, they stop. And they don't continue walking through the other side. Which, I mean, another explanation for that is the person stopped walking, right?
Yeah,
like maybe they stopped.
Or they took a right there.
And they looked at their phone or some shit. But people are using this as evidence of, hey, this is like
I just don't think people know what AI actually fucking looks like. It's the same with, like, honestly, when people were saying that the Trump Charlie Kirk video is AI. But, like, the Trump Charlie Kirk video is, like, there's just like really weird editing stuff to it, which maybe is like AI related. But like in the background of that video of the Trump like announcement about Charlie Kirk, you can see like the projector has like reflected off of the back window. And you can track the projector like or the not the projector, the thing. The script that he's reading off of. The digital script. That's a Vine account. I can't remember the teleprompter. There you go. And it's tracking in a way that it's like an AI wouldn't do this. This video is too consistent for AI.
This whole video is faked. Whoever's putting together these
yeah, it's like smooth and there's like composite shots, but it's like actually Trump saying
these
stuff.
Edits with this dog, they are they're all in, huh? Google Earth Loci Center. Let's see where they were. CCTV had clear view, footage not released. So they're saying the footage was not released of, you can see in the screenshot here, the full video of it.
It is funny that Kyle is doing this. That he's doing the like, this is like the Mike Cernovich position on Pizzagate. But now just like everyone is Mike Cernovich now. Like Mike Cernovich, if you didn't know, went to Comet Ping Pong in a live stream and he was like, oh, I don't know. It's kind of crazy, like kind of ironically. Now that's just like everyone's position on conspiracy theories. It's like,
you would be able to see the shot, but they didn't release the shot is that point that they're making. That's what they're trying to say there. All right, so now let's go fully into Crazy Town. This is, people were pointing this out within the first week, and it was one of those, like, I don't know, man, obviously some optical illusion or some shit, but people were saying, oh.
That wasn't Cernovich? I thought that was Cernovich.
Whole event is faked, and one of the reasons is, watch what happens.
It was Priscilla Biek. Oh, thank you. Is that right? We watched.
To the chair after Charlie gets killed here, a chair goes through a table. And, like, it looks like a chair literally, like, goes through a table like it's some video game type glitch. So watch this. Here we go.
I guess both Slavic people, right?
Watch the chair. Wait for it. There's the chair, and it goes through the table. You see that?
I don't... So people are saying this video is AI.
There's the chair, and it goes through the table. You see that?
I don't know.
You see it one more time. Watch the chair.
They both did Pizzagate.
It sort of goes through the table. Right through the table. You saw it? One more time. Chair through the table. I lied. One more time. Chair.
I mean, maybe.
Through the table.
I don't know. I don't understand what that proves.
It's just like
a video.
I don't know, just some optical illusion type shit, I would imagine, you know? But because, all right, now we're going fully. We're all in.
Hologram projector used to work within the white tent.
Now, notice the name of this Twitter account, Brett Flat Earth Bible Jesus.
Okay, so he's like doing a bit now.
Look, the reason I'm showing you guys all this is not to be like, this is what happened. It's to show you all the stuff that's out there, because nobody can trust MAGA. Nobody can trust Kash Patel. They're fucking useless, and they're biased. They have their own things they want to blame it on. And so
I believe that's partially true, but any conspiracy stuff among the right, that is true among the left. Of like, oh, I bet these things are leaked or whatever. It's like, yeah. It makes it like this would be much less likely to happen under like a Kamala presidency. And all of these are right-wing bakes. All of these are like being sourced from the right. They don't give a fuck. They would do this even more.
In the vacuum there, everybody rushes in with their own theory. And now we arrive at the granddaddy of them all, which is Charlie Kirk is hanging out in Cuba.
Like, why does the right not believe Kash Patel now? It's like because he's not all in on the Epstein stuff anymore.
Tupac, and the whole thing was a fucking hologram, and he's still alive. Ready? So I'm going to click play on this one for you. This one, obviously, I think is just out there in Narnia, but nonetheless, it's interesting, so let's watch.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, this is before.
Now, I'm sure all of you have noticed online that a lot of people are talking about, why are these people allowed to be in this canopy? Why isn't this marked off and
There's a lot of people with the bullet stuff. Which bullet stuff?
taped off as a crime scene? And why is this guy in the white shirt taking the most very important camera down? What do you think is the most very important camera there? Why is he taking it down? Well, here's why. Because it's not a crime scene.
I mean, Kash is a moron. Zero, thank you. Thank you for the 6 months in advance. Thank you.
A crime didn't take place here, and that's not a camera. Now, before I tell you what it is, I want you to get a real...
Well, the thing, like, Kash is an unqualified moron, but, like, the right didn't care about that until he abandoned the Epstein thing, which I guess, like... I guess that's part of him being an unqualified moron, is that he put himself in that position. My point is that the right would be doing this anyways.
Real good look at it.
Let me just...
Which I honestly, I think a vast majority of the actual conspiracies about this are sourced from the right. I think that in terms of like the Israel conspiracies, like who is the main crusader around like Charlie Kirk was killed by Israel? It's Candace Owens. It's Candace Owens and fucking like Tucker Carlson.
Just say I love how they
like the left is not what major leftist figure is like pushing that.
Put like the spooky music in the background to have that subtle psychological effect on you. Like, you know, I'm about to drop some real shit on you, bro.
As he's taking it down. Anybody figure out what it is yet? Okay, here's what it is. It's called a...
I mean, the Netanyahu response to that was like, Syria Girl is not a leftist. I don't know if you could consider Syria Girl a leftist. How long? Yeah, no, Syria Girl is not a leftist.
Hologram projector. And if you don't believe me, you can go look.
Syria Girl is like at best like a mega communist. It's like saying Jackson Hinkle is like the main left wing figure who's doing the.
Them up online, and they're not cheap. They're not cheap. Usually $20,000 to $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 for these things, and they come in different varieties. Now Hollywood calls them hologram stage projectors. Now you see how Charlie's little tent there.
This is awesome.
It's a perfect square. And as you can tell, it's 10 foot squared, 10 foot all the way around on each square.
This is awesome. That's really cool. This is a very funny conspiracy, though. Oh, Gray Zone. You're right. Gray Zone is probably the biggest one. But even it's like, okay, Gray Zone, really?
And it's about 9 foot tall. That's because it has to be for the projection to work.
That is the answer, though. The answer is like Gray Zone people.
Now, let's explain.
Which also, like, they're just like in cahoots now. With the again, they're just like sourcing their fucking conspiracies from like the right wing anti-Zionist stuff. Brookup, thank you.
The smaller spaces.
Oh, these people believe their own shit. Yeah, people are fucking insane. This is people having fun. They totally believe it.
The projectors can be configured with mirrors to elongate the projection path and maintain picture integrity. Eyeliner displays ideally require a minimum footprint of 10.
I love the spooky music they add in too.
feet square and a height of 9 feet to show full-size human figures.
Also, if you have an Amazon Prime, you can connect it to your Twitch account and get a free subscription.
What you are seeing is a reflected image which is so true and realistic to the original, it has become known as a virtual image. Many people perceive what they are seeing now as a 3D hologram. In fact, it is a 21st century take on a mid-19th century visual...
Lizard is not a puppet I'm operating. I am a puppet that the lizard is operating. Snack, thank you.
Effect known as Pepper's Ghost, showing now on the relay screens. Thanks in part to the amazing optical properties...
Ted Cruz demanded on the Senate floor it's time to stop attacking pedophiles. Can you send that to me?
...of the eyeliner foil, combined with the light and picture output of Christie Digital high-definition projectors, the image has depth and opacity that actually supersedes the scale and definition.
Yeah, this looks like a fucking
3D hologram.
This does look like a History Channel thing. Maxi for it. Thank you for the 3 months in advance. All right, let's do a hype train. Let me take a brief break from this. My Fed coverage of the conspiracy theories. Levegar, known federal officer. If you like to subscribe, we have lots of cool emotes, and we'll get right back to the Fed coverage. Okay, this is great. We'll look at this in a second. Pineapple tree and Demir as well, thank you. As a reminder, you get extra subs, I guess, if you gift 5 or more. Like, Twitch will gift some as well. Baloney, thank you. Or I guess Valorant. Technically, wow, Valorant has gifted me 29 subs total. We love to see it. This is income tax return. Brandono, thank you. By Petit Bellybo. I can link this video. We love the baby game, don't we, folks?
I am gay.
Oh man. Oh man. Chocolate cement, thank you for the gift sub, thank you. We love to see it. Riordan, thank you. What percentage of 11K viewers are me? It's probably a lot. It's probably a lot, folks. It's funny it has 11K. This is called Shiak. Farang Tawar. It's like I just got my income tax return. Joshua, thank you. It's like Je vais juste, I think, but it's like a Shiak / Quebecois slang. Thank Techno, thank you. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. We love to see it. With a total of 154. Wow, thank you. Thank you for supporting the stream. Juviande. Yeah.
I'm gay.
You're right, it's Juviande. Character is Juviande. It is Acadian. Yeah. In French, can't really speak English, it's half. Yeah, because a lot of the, like, they pronounce the V like a W. Like awar. Yeah, a lot of the pronunciation is very different. Profetzy, thank you for the tier 1. They're still fucking with... Well, I don't know. I hope so. I'll have to. Maybe the French Canadians are. I don't think the Anglo Canadians are doing it. Mortimer Jones, thank you for the prime. Anglo-Canadians don't do anything French related. Probably gifted a couple subs, less than they did before though, shaking my head. The lore, I think we were talking about this before. Rammer, thank you for prime. I think it was like a Petit Belly Vaux's like not producer, like agent or something was a fan of the stream. I was talking to Julian. It was something like that. It was something funny. This is like half a decade ago. Yeah, oh man. It is funny to me now that like a certain portion of Twitter thinks that like I am the same person as ContraPoints. Because I like didn't doubt the official narrative on this. You can see them in my replies. They're there. It is like a white trans women. They're all the same. Cause I can't say that I'm into opium, no, but that goes crazy. For the Groiper thing, yes, for the Groiper thing. Oh, Canon, thank you so much. We love to see it. And also to Valorant, wow, we love to see it.
Oh, it's okay, I'm transgender.
Oh, I had no idea. Do whatever
Thank you,
you want
Canon.
all the time.
I'm punished for being right. That's the difference, is I'm punished for being right, and then ContraPoints is punished for like being friends with Hillary Clinton. There are still people who are very smug about the shooter being self-evidently a Groiper. Yes. Yes, there are absolutely. Oh, like a Tom, thank you. Thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. A total of 115, thank you. Thank you for supporting the stream. We love to see it. The thing about Natalie ContraPoints is that like all of the things she was like quote unquote canceled for in like 2019 were like literally nothing, or like 2020. But like that made her go kind of insane, and then she started doing things that were like very questionable. Like her quote unquote nuanced take on Israel Palestine. Like she leaned into it. And like I understand doing that. Like I understand people yelling at you when you're like, I think my position is perfectly reasonable. Could make you go insane. It's like staring into the void. Yeah, she posted it on Reddit because she was like, I don't want people to like, I want it to be more low-key or whatever. But the problem is that it's like, well, now you can't delete it because it's only screenshots. As I said before, if anyone is unable to call Israeli invasion of Gaza a genocide without adding any sort of like, you know, but that's like an immediate filter. The media filter. What is Lindsay Ellis's new video? Is level 4 hype trait if you would like to contribute. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to all the gift subs. Much appreciated. I mean, that's the thing is like, I was correct about this on October 8th. You know, it's annoying when it takes people fucking 2.5 years. At some level, it's just like, well, I'm glad that you're finally on the correct side of history on this conflict. Broke it, thank you. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. We love to see it. Thank you. I got a brain destroyer. What is that?
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, we have to watch. I did get the Ethan Klein thing recommended, so we have to watch that. Yeah, but thank you so much, Brooke, for the 10 gift subs. Hiding count is whenever I forget an obvious word. Oop. Yeah, the aim and animation video. This is income tax return, which this isn't the video for it, but you can find the video. Income tax by Petit Beliveau. Vicar, best. Are people still commenting? This is a risk. There they are. Okay, we love to see it. Just looking at a random comment section is a risk. I mean, this is by shout out to JFast, who made this video for the stream. I mean, obviously, it's the most like it's a very living car. Cali Tim Hotel. It's familiar. What is that? It sounds Quebecois. I think I know these. I think I know this band. Un groupe de musique électronique québécois en Sherbrooke. I like it. Hello, Puberty. What are we watching? That's a good question. I hope you've been enjoying Vancouver. Just the worst stuff of all time, basically. Mine is this. This is wonderful. This is a wonderful break. Just the worst stuff happening, you know, as per usual. On the Living Our stream. You thought I was in Finnish? That's so funny. Stuffed crust pizza, thank you for the tier 1. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago? Puberty and I hung out? What is the past tense? Which it was fun to meet him. Hung out. I guess hanged out would kind of be like, yeah. We are hung out. It was nice to meet you. You do not hanged out. Is that a Biden count again? Fuck. My Labubu's name is Joe Boo Boo. Kiana. It's the Joe Biden Labubu. Is the official canonical name. That's a Biden count, sure. Words are very difficult for me sometimes. Is the boo-boo becoming a craze because Americans finding out you can hang small cute plushies on bags like every single person in Japan has been doing for decades? Yes. But it's better because it's Chinese. I will also say it's not like an explicitly white American trend. I do think it's popular. Cletus, thank you. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. It's also they also made it gambling. Thoughts on what Hassan said about kissing cousins being okay? Is that the Hassan Piker take on first cousin marriage? That's the woke take, is like, hey, there are plenty of cultures that think it's fine, and it's actually problematic of you. Strong CC, thank you. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. He said kissing's okay, but fucking is bad. It's the nuanced Turkish take. The nuanced Turkish take. That is the woke take, though. It's like, wow. So you disapprove of, like, marriage practices in, like, Arab societies? That's problematic. He said kissing is just practice. Wow, that's fucked up with Hassan. I didn't realize Hassan said that. And you put a quote there too, so that's like he literally said it. That's crazy. Level 6 hype train. Thank you everyone for the gift subs. It's much appreciated. No, it's not exclusive to Arab society. It's absolutely not. Hassan leaves the leftovers position on cousin marriage. I thought they ended at 5-2. I think they just made them infinite. I do think there is a reason why like cousin marriage is banned in like exclusively like insane religious states. Apparently my great-grandparents were 4th cousins. This is lore for my family. Family lore, my great-grandparents were 4th cousins. Average... Explains a lot, that's crazy. That's like 10 villages apart. Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming those are like my Québécois. That's like in the Québécois side of my family, ancestrally speaking. Because yeah, they were... Yeah, that was a lot. There was a lot of that. I'm your biggest fan. You're not even subscribed. No, Scottish. Well, it makes you think. I'm rare white Serbian. As an Altisis, we're all cousins. That's true. Everyone is Turkish cousins with each other. Turkish, like, cousin marriage is banned, but like Turkish cousin marriage is allowed. It's a very important difference. Antichrist daughter, Montreal Plateau son, Antichrist daughter. Adam Freeland married his dad, makes you think. Thank you for all the subscribers, everyone. It's much appreciated. We love to see it. Should I start streaming later, maybe? Just get like the post on. Like start at 3 p.m. instead. I don't know. Yeah, post NL, post Hassan. Maybe I'll start doing that. I don't know. Oh, Hassan is half day, right? Well, still though, like starting later would be. Yes, Balkan cousins. Balkan Balkan culture's anti-cousin marriage. Time Pool. Tim Pool's hairline, obviously. Thank you for the 3 months in advance. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Much appreciated.
Is that a brown bear?
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Ballertron as well. Thank you. 64 subs. That is a lot of money. Thank you, everybody. For supporting the stream. Where, again, I'm doing regular streams again 3 times a week at the very least. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at, I guess, noon. Although the times, I'm still working out when to start the stream. But for now, it's noon Pacific time. Because I figure that's probably better. If people, like, know when I'm going to stream. It's more annoying. Like, I stream better when I just go on when I feel like it. Like, today in the morning, I, like, did not feel like it. But, like, I think maybe if I just stream for long enough, I get back into it. I'm like, we're back. I am clap emote. Wow. I am clap. Wow. What an emote. Anyway.
Like I said before, 10 foot squared, 9 foot tall.
We don't have to keep watching. Aim and Animations, Ethan Klein video.
Yes, we are.
I like to think. Actually, no. That's a.
Yes, we are being sued for copyright infringement.
This is like such a nice depiction of Gila. This is like so fucking flattering. You know what I mean?
It's been hanging over our lives like a cloud these past months.
Yeah.
We are being sued by Bold Guy, aka Matt Haas Zone.
Yes, this is a classic. He got sued for stealing someone's content.
We made a reaction video about him on our second channel, Ethan and Ela. And I think the heart and soul of this.
Oh, there we go. That's like better.
That he doesn't like that we made fun of him, and so he's suing us.
Oh man, this is such a throwback. See, that's like a reminder of why we shouldn't give like, I mean, a reminder of like why all discourse is fucked. It's because it's like, this is the guy who gets to be the main person who talks about Israel. Is like the epic Chungus meme dance guy is like, he gets the platform.
Ethan, great moves. Keep it up. Proud of you.
Well, that is the funny thing. He apologized on TikTok for the Israel stuff, but he's like, I am still suing Frogan. Like...
Oh, hi there. It's me, your old friend, Ethan Klein. It's been a while since we've last spoken. In that time, I've had 3 kids, all boys. I've lost 100 pounds, and I've pissed off 75% of the internet. Probably a lot of you guys, too. I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance, Hassan Piker, the Leftovers podcast, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. And we went on making the show for about 2 years, and everything was good. Everyone was having fun, the audience was having fun, no problem. That was until...
I love the Make the Rich face shirt that they both have on. The Hassan drip from like half a decade ago was not good.
From the river to the sea essentially means the state of Israel is going bye-bye.
And over time, I started to learn that my co-host, he really likes terrorists.
I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hassan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself?
Did he really say that? Sorry, I didn't look at any of this bullshit drama when it was happening. Did he think that Hassan was a left-wing Democrat?
And as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
He's right.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals.
Base.
I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
This is so
Did he
funny.
secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend? What else is someone this sociopathic capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet.
Was I being manipulated this whole time? Hello, everybody. This is Ethan Klein, host of the H3 Show. All right, so obviously I'm about to have a really uncomfortable conversation about.
That is his
Hassan.
voice. I guess you're right. That is how that
You know,
is.
I
Well,
wanted
that's
to do a
not
really fun episode about Twilight
2020. Joe Biden's America. That's not no longer how voices work.
today, but blame it on the anti-Semites. The openness and brazenness with anti-Semitism has left me no choice. I have no choice. But I'm hallucinating, according to Hassan. Well, let's see if I'm hallucinating. The big story breaking right now is that since October 7th, Twitch has blocked the entire country of Israel from making new accounts. Secretly, silently.
What was going on with that story? I know they were all pooping their pants about that on livestream
No
fails.
statement, no explanation. Has blocked an entire fucking country. How does that happen? The word Israel is
Wasn't it? It was Israel and Palestine.
considered a invalid word
Like-
when you're trying to make an account. User from Israel.
You know what?
But hold on. Before you answer.
Yeah.
But why does then both Palestine and Hamas are acceptable?
They banned Israel and Palestine to prevent violence. It's like how they would ban like.
This guy's name is I Love Hamas 123. That word. Yeah. Well,
Based.
apparently that's dope. In his
Based.
song, it's by Hassan, and in his community, I Love Hamas 123 is just another member of his community. I'm being real.
They just cut off email only sign up for Israel.
It's just way too many coincidences. Hassan is on the homepage of that website every time I go there.
He's the most viewed live streamer alive right now.
Yeah, because they keep putting it at the top fucking page every day.
Yeah.
I love the employees being in fucking hazmat suits.
And what's crazy is there's nobody on the entire platform to call him out. Nobody. They've all been banned. No.
I love the idea that Destiny was banned for like holding Hassan accountable.
Nobody. There is not a single dissenting voice with his fucking straight up radical, anti-American, anti-Semitic.
Is it IDF gear?
Pro-China, pro-Russia, pro-terrorism takes. This is fringe, psychotic shit that is not normal. And it is the only acceptable voice on Twitch. Explain that to me. How is there not one dissenting voice on that entire platform?
Snails are kind of doing the thing that people meme about, like docking penises, basically.
I don't know what that means.
Docking, when two guys get together and like one has a circumcised penis and the other one doesn't, and then
This is misinfo, by the way. They could both be uncircumcised. This is misinfo.
uncircumcised penis you like put into the circumcised penis, basically. Like you unfold the uncircumcised part of the penis, like the tip, and then you put the circumcised penis in it like this, like a spaceship dock.
You can absolutely do it to uncut dicks, which is something one of my friends told me was possible.
And they just touch? It's not
Yeah.
like...
It's kind of like that.
Is that sexual or is that just a joke?
I don't know.
I don't think that it's like that at all.
This is Nazi shit! S-tier race? Are you fucking kidding me?
The hummus, the hummus tier list was fucking insane,
Trying to run
man.
defense. Hassan and all these fucking people are running defense for this shit. I have spent every waking moment on this project.
Except for when you take care of your kids, right?
I don't think Hassan knows what's coming. I feel it might be one of the best takedown videos of all time. It's coming together, but I've never been faced with such a daunting task. I find myself overwhelmed with the quantity
Destiny Child
of footage, and I have
10,
tried everything
9,
to avoid
7, 6,
launching this nuclear
5,
bomb.
4.
But Hassan has
3,
continually provoked
2,
me
1,
and forced my
0.
hand.
Are you going to be watching Ethan's content nuke? The answer is, of course not.
The title of the show is Hassan and Goons Are Evil, Cowardly Liars. Now, I, once again, am looking to not, to move on past it. Yeah, I'm just gonna get into the Hassan stuff. This is a result of Hassan's activism. Hassan Piker, Hassan, propagandist, lying scumbag, terrorist supporter. Hassan's the type of dude who watches himself in the mirror when he has sex. He probably sets up a mirror and jerks off watching himself.
I don't want to think about that, man.
Think about it. Hassan dropped new merch today, guys. What a dumb, cringy fucking tryhard. Please, can we just all point, make a circle around him and point and laugh? Can we please just fucking point and laugh at him? And why is this? Why do we allow this? This should be illegal. And nobody cares. Somebody, please. It's insanely pathetic.
I'm about to hit Celestial, Nate. Where you at?
Celestial?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
That's what it's called, right? The one after Grandmaster?
All right, where were we? I wanted to say Hassan is the human embodiment of the Che Guevara shirt sold at Hot Topic. He is that personified.
Were you thinking about that in the bathroom?
I did. I would love to open the stream, but I think things are too contentious.
I'll also say congrats to Eamon for like making this like the completely unable to be interpreted as an anti-Semitic caricature.
You
know what I mean? It's like there are a couple of features where it's like they can't get like horrific and grotesque and weird.
I would love to open the stream, but
do you know what I mean? Like he's like, you could tell that he was like, how do I
think things are
we're only halfway. Oh no. Only
the hallucinations start to feel a lot more real. Whoa. It's a little catty and weird, considering
he locked the nose slider. Yeah, he locked the nose slider.
But I'm gonna pull it up anyway. Fuck it. I'm just
out of context would be to talk to me face to face instead of just watching me on a 30-second delay on your stream.
Wait, that's what I'm. Wait. How does he know I'm watching already?
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up.
I love his takeaway. It's so funny that his takeaway is how does he know I'm watching?
Wake up.
He must be obsessed with me.
This is no longer a dream. This is a nightmare. Wake up.
That is not anti-Semitism. The fact of the matter is this conflation is dangerous for Jews. It is a way of weaponizing anti-Semitism that has enabled Donald Trump to do the shit he's doing, that has enabled the slaughter of thousands upon thousands of children and women and men for that matter. And this type of conflation, Ethan, is what I find far more irresponsible, frankly.
Docking when two guys get together and like one has a circumcised penis.
And I hope people bear in mind and never forget, as this war rages on, just remember why I'm doing this. Because every one of you motherfuckers that I said I'm coming for.
There we go. That's
I hold
better.
Responsible, guess what?
That's a much better
view
view of Klein.
I can't wait for videos crying, Ethan's suing me, Ethan's stalking me, Ethan's all this. Yup! I'm doing all that! Here's the thing, Anissa and Ian. I just want you to know. I want you guys to know something. Look at me. This is me. I win, you lose. And you will continue to lose, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm not done. I'll never be done. I will never be done with you. That's how much you've betrayed me, and how much I want you to know how much you lose.
It's crazy like how much grace Hassan gave to Ethan after the October 7th stuff.
And I win. Do you understand, Anissa? And I'm not even talking to iDubbbz anymore. He's insignificant. He's gone. I want you to understand something. I am never gonna be done. When you see this, you know that this watch,
awesome.
this one watch, is probably worth more than your entire worldly possessions. And that upsets you because you're jealous, you're bitter, you lost everything, and you look at me, you see me, because me and Ian were in the same place, right? We came from the same place, and look where I am, and look where you are. You, my friend, are a coward, and I am the fucking legend that responded to it live with zero hesitation.
Is illegal ship shit?
And by the way, Anissa reached out. She wants to meet at the Motel 6 tonight.
Who this guy is, can we ship him shit?
Weinstein, Ryan Kavanaugh. This is a really good experiment. Actually, you know what?
It kind of looks like Harvey Weinstein.
That's what I've been saying, bro. We made a whole website dedicated to that. Wait, that's what I've been saying, bro. What I want to do is show you guys how I see it as well, because you don't see that. When you listen to Hassan and you hear all these fucking mega lefties talking about it like it's some super racist,
this was awesome.
Crazy, like Jim Crow style of society. Like, I can't wait to show you guys how beautiful, how multicultural, how free it feels for people, or just it's a beautiful place.
He's like in
Gaza. A lot of
Gaza.
Palestinians, right, in the area, and once the Palestinians outnumber the Jews, basically, anything is fair game for the Jews. Anything. They literally.
Ethan did just destroy his life because he was bored.
That's not even debated. 900,000 Jews, approximately 700,000 to 900,000, were forced to become Zionists, not by choice, but because they were forced out. The vast majority went to it. They're fucking Arabs.
It's a great video.
Was I owned?
The Red Heifer? Oh, it's the Red Heifer. That's so funny. I didn't connect that. It's like, that's like the cow. He's like a lol Red Heifer. It's like the cow in the Old Testament that they're trying to genetically recreate or whatever. Or there's an attempt to genetically recreate it to do. We'll workshop it, but the idea is there. The idea is there, and maybe a little bit anti-Semitic. Maybe not. Maybe we don't want to play with that one. No, right. It was actually, it's not anti-Semitic because it was Monsanto was trying to do it. Yeah. It was weird Christian conservative shit. It was rapture Christianity. So we're back. We're back actually. We never left, folks. We never left. We can close out with someone wanted me to read this because apparently the ending of this article is fucking insane. Can liberalism be saved? This is by the guy who made a book about how what Star Wars can teach us about liberalism or whatever. For several decades, Cass Sunstein is one of the most prominent and prolific legal scholars in the United States. A one-time faculty member at the University of Chicago, Sunstein co-authored the 2008 book Nudge, which advocated for government policies that push citizens to make certain decisions without restricting their choices. One example, asking people who are getting their driver's license whether they would like to be organ donors rather than leaving them to sign up for it on their own. The next year, Sunstein joined the Obama admin. He ran the White House Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, which essentially made him the government's chief overseer of federal regulations. Sunstein, a friend of Obama, was initially the subject of a right-wing conspiracy that painted him as an overzealous nanny state enforcer. That makes sense. You can see why he'd be the subject of that. But he ended up disappointing progressives who thought he was too differential to the free market. Sunstein has written a book called On Liberalism, which is a defense of the idea of liberalism at a time where Sunstein believes it is under threat from both the right and the left. Which again, like, what left? Who's threatening, like, Bernie Sanders is threatening liberalism to you? Like, fuck off. The book barely mentions Donald Trump or contemporary politics, however, and instead provides a defense of a general liberal belief system, which Sunstein breaks down into 85 features. Oh God. Sunstein's conception of liberalism is quite capacious. It includes New Deal liberals and so-called classical liberals, including Hayek, Nozick, as well as Reagan. So Bernie's a liberal, like, it's such a silly... I recently spoke with Sunstein, currently a professor at Harvard Law, about the book. During a conversation, which has been edited for length and clarity, we discussed how to understand the origins of the conservative movement. His confidence that the Supreme Court is committed to liberal ideals. His confidence? Okay, this is going to be great. I'm excited for this. And his friendship with a man who many liberals consider a war criminal, Henry Kissinger. So this sounds like a real cool dude. Question. You've chosen to write a book about liberalism at a time when liberalism is under threat, without really talking about what those threats are. It's more of a positive case for liberalism. Why did you decide to write this particular book? Partially, it's temperamental. Probably that's the fundamental answer. To say that there are these people and they have names and they're doing and saying awful things would be, for me, unpleasant. Even if it's the president. Even in the event that it's the president, that's right. I feel a little bit that it would date the book and cheapen the analysis if it was calling out the president or calling out a contemporary prominent person. Which, like, yeah, of course, no. Everyone's going to be reading your shitty fucking book on liberalism in a century, and adding the context of why you're defending liberalism would really just cheapen it. But I think the more fundamental and more truthful answer is that talking about the president makes me grumpy, and talking about mill and rolls makes me the opposite of grumpy. How could you cheapen this any further? That's a great... Can you do different voices for Trotter and Sunstein? What are we thinking here? What voice do you want? Like an annoying guy? Like, this is not liberalism of the left. And not like something like that. Question. Liberals refer to many things. What liberals are you talking about in this book? I don't think I'm going to answer. Just like a QAnon style. This is not the liberalism of the left. I'm not gonna do a voice. I can't do voices. And not liberalism of the neoliberal sort associated with a particular set of right-wing views, but instead a commitment to freedom, pluralism, and the rule of law. Holy trinity of the liberal tradition. Freedom is cashed out most importantly in terms of freedom of speech and freedom of religion, but it also includes private property. Pluralism in our currency. Pluralism is on our currency. It also means respect for people who have diverse ethnicities, religious convictions, and diversity in their sense of what kind of life is good. Even though the book isn't about liberalism in the sense of modern American political liberals, it did seem that you were trying to explain why you have some sympathy with that form of liberalism, but also that when it comes to the larger tradition, you have affection and respect for a much broader category of liberals. So the answer, I'm assuming the twist here is that he's going to say that Donald Trump is actually upholding liberalism. Like, that's my prediction. There was an insane twist at the end of this article that I don't know. It's completely correct. I almost call the book Big Tent Liberalism, which means a form of liberalism that includes Reagan, Obama, Mill, and Nozick, who is a libertarian. It is a wide range of people who intensely disagree with each other, and that is what the book is fundamentally celebrating. So this is just like in defense of 95% of Western politicians, like the liberal tradition that unites these diverse figures. What surprised me in the writing is that I spent much of my career arguing with right-of-center liberals and being skeptical of some of the views of Hayek, or people who are called over-enthusiastic free marketers. But doing the book, I came to see them as brothers and sisters. The fundamental values that they speak for are ones I'm honored to share. And in a time when illiberal... By this definition, like, what is a liberal? It's like, isn't that like all the people that are supposedly liberal are liberal according to you? When illiberal and anti-liberal thinking is riding high, to see the free marketers, the anti-government liberals, as allied in their insistence of freedom, pluralism, and the rule of law is, I think, a step forward. Like, this is like, the threat is like Antifa terrorists, and then the person defending liberalism is Donald Trump. You wrote recently, quote, "Once upon a time, I regarded Hayek, Mises, and the Austrians, as well as Nozick, Rothbard, and the libertarians with respect and admiration, but in an important way adversaries. They were not, I thought, on my team. I no longer think that." You think the slavery guy, you think he's on your team? I think they're on my team, or much better, that I'm on their team. And of course, you talk about Reagan. That is a cool thing about American liberals. It's how spineless they are, that they're like, well, I am losing, but like, what if I just pretend that I agree with the people who are beating me? And in that case, like, I'm actually winning. Of course, you talk about Reagan. One thing I thought you were trying to do is bring the features of the modern conservative movement, or the modern conservative movement of 2016, into the tent of liberalism. Is that accurate? I did an op-ed in the New York Times on liberalism in 2023, and I got a stream of notes from people who are right of center, one of whom is a very distinguished academic who said, quote, "I am a liberal and I'm a conservative. Capital L liberalism is what I want to conserve. I work as a young lawyer in the Reagan administration. I didn't vote for Reagan. I served him as best I could, with alarm at some of the things that he did and appreciation for others." Liberals are so fucking spineless. Hassan is right. You don't hate liberals enough. But in retrospect, for the Reagan people, at least in the year I worked there, which was the first year, the rule of law was bedrock. Oh, this is gonna end with the pro-Trump thing. So in the Justice Department, we told the White House that certain things weren't lawful, and they couldn't do them. Instead of fighting, they said, well, let's do something else. I've had a love-hate relationship with Hayek, maybe more like love skepticism, kind of like a romance that isn't going to work. And you're the girl in this relationship, by the way. Hayek is the man. Hayek's wearing the pants in this relationship. But now the love is in big font and the skepticism is smaller font. Many people on the left really don't like him at all. But part of my fondness for Hayek was fueled by a book he wrote about Mill. It's really a collection of letters between Mill and Harriet Taylor, his wife. Some of these letters are from before they were married. It's kind of scandalous, and Hayek was really into it. I'm fascinated about what the fuck this book could possibly be. There's a lot of passion there. That makes me love Hayek. And it's also a book about freedom. These people are so like... they're so blown away by the fucking lamest things. Why would he do the book? It's a book about freedom between two people who loved each other. Like, okay. Hayek talked about disliking, quote, Near Eastern students because they were fundamentally dishonest. He said that he had a, quote, profound dislike for the typical Indian student at the London School of Economics, which I admit are all one type, Bengali moneylenders' sons. That's a crazy, like, they're doing anti-Semitism, but for, like, Bengali people. Corvo, thank you. Answer. I didn't know about that. Wow. You're just telling me now for the first time. Hayek was a very complicated figure. He wrote a lot. Some of it's not so good. This is like Trump voice. This is so Trump voice. The Hayek that I admire is the Hayek who is an extremely persistent and repetitive and powerful critic of socialist planning on the ground it couldn't be made to work because the socialist planners won't know enough. And also the Hayek who would occasionally say that liberty has an economic foundation, but also a moral foundation. Not the Hayek who talks about he talks about race science. In a time like ours, Hayek is Mr. Liberty. That's someone who we want to be in the same club with. Question. This is awesome. I'm so glad the interviewer is like cooking him. Question. Hayek supported the 1973 coup in Chile. There are a lot of things that don't make him seem like such a Democrat or liberal, correct? Answer. The criticisms are either accurate or in some sense fair. So when I say Hayek is a great figure or a great part of the liberal tradition, I don't mean to endorse everything he said. Question. You mentioned Murray Rothbard as another figure on your team. He was also controversial. He talked positively about David Duke's 1992 presidential campaign, and he said that he wanted to replace American government with some sort of anarcho-capitalism. Given where our politics are now, it doesn't seem like a coincidence that so many of these figures were important for the conservative movement. Answer. Rothbard is not my favorite by any means. Look, I said that I love him and I agree with him when we're on the same side, but like, he's not my bestie. Does he belong in the liberal position? Yes. Was he sometimes a crackpot? Yes. But you're asking a more fundamental question than that. which is about whether there's continuity between some features of the liberal tradition and some forms of the liberalism we have now. There's a sociological connection between some things that anti-liberals say and some things that certain liberals say. And that's because certain liberals were unfaithful to their liberalism. Talking about it like they're fucking cheating and not like they have a consistent worldview that like... liberal intellectuals really... Like I would say white, like establishment liberal intellectuals have to be so fucking stupid. Or they don't have to be smart at all. They could be so fucking stupid, man. And it's just like, well, you're defending the liberals who are also racist or sexist or spoke about groups of people in hateful ways were human beings who were an insufficient reflection of what their liberalism entailed. Liberalism is an ideal except for like actually existing liberalism. Real liberalism has never been tried, folks. How would we show that the perspective is more accurate than saying that they were naturally illiberal? I think the answer is like that human nature is to not be liberal. It's like, I think the answer to that is connected to the answer about why I wrote a book that says almost nothing about contemporary liberalism or contemporary politicians. It's a character failure on my part. This is so funny about him, that this guy, is that whenever he's pushed in something, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I was just curious for your explanation regarding how we ended up where we are. I'm not saying that the conservative movement of 1980 or 94 or 2012 was fated to become what it is today, but I'm interested in how you think we ended up here. When I say character failure, I meant it more as a tendency to accentuate the positive. What? There's a form of right-of-center liberalism that is content with status hierarchies, that is very unhappy with anything that makes people feel reprimanded. Part of the emotional appeal of Reaganism was that there was a left-of-center reprimand that seemed like an insult, an effort to inculcate shame, an effort to cast American history in a way that wasn't sufficiently celebratory. So it's like wokeness, right? You're describing. You were saying political correctness drives people to be more right. Some version of that. The Reagan-era attack on political correctness is very close. I think less enraged, but very close to the contemporary attack on woke. So woke and political correctness are basically the same thing, which is bullshit, which is like, it's the same in the sense that it activates the same thing in a person's brain, in the conservative's brain, which is like they want to be evil, and they're identifying a thing that won't let them be evil. And to answer the question, how did we get here? I think William F. Buckley Jr. is partly an important figure and also partly diagnostic. His book on Yale, which identified anti-religion and anti-free market as what Yale was defined by, resonated for the Reagan people, and it resonated for the Trump people. Yeah, no, Trump people were not reading fucking Buckley. If you ask if Buckley's book is an illiberal book, I think the answer wouldn't be yes. The emphasis on free market picks up... Like, what is the point? Who gives a shit what you have to say? The emphasis on free market picks up on a liberal strand and celebrates it. But there was also with Buckley, in terms of race, things that weren't good at all. He gets over... Like, the thing that's stupid about this is that it fails to consider the fact that, like, there is a cultural, political, social momentum for what he would describe as like liberalism here. And so like everyone by this definition is going to be liberal. Everyone is going to have some form of liberal politics. Like virtually anyone he would consider an ally would have some form of liberal politics, right? Like unless you're fucking Adolf Hitler and you're like, no, we need autarky. We need to destroy every institution. Like there's going to be some question. And with Reagan too, when he was running for governor, he said, if an individual wants to discriminate against, I don't know if I can't say that word, I don't think, against N-words or others in selling or renting his house, he has a right to do so. But it seems like you characterize right-wing or anti-democratic thought in America as a response to the modern left. We have a whole history. We had a civil war, segregation. There are all these moments in our history that are anti-liberal moments. I agree completely. So if the question is whether we attribute the rise of the right to political correctness and wokeness, that would be preposterous. I love this guy who just like immediately is backing down. Are they fuel? That's completely right. If we want to say that America has been an imperfectly liberal country from early on, that's emphatically true. And by imperfectly liberal, the claim is that it shows imperfect fidelity to liberal principles that are shared by many on both the left and the right. And so you could make an argument today that the South has risen. And I don't mean to say that anything particular about Mississippi or Georgia, but to say that some of the thinking associated with pro-slavery movements hasn't died. Do we want to? I want to skip down here. Okay, maybe. Yeah, let's do this bit, and then after. Maybe the most hopeful man in America. You mentioned in the book that one of the key components of liberalism is human rights. I'm thinking about a lot of Reagan administration policy, especially in places like Latin America. I wonder whether you think the conservative movement has broadly believed in human rights. I think one critique of liberalism from people on the left is that liberalism is complacent about imperialism. Answer. Okay, so you're right to press on human rights. I would single out as the holy trinity freedom, pluralism, and the rule of law. I do refer to human rights as part of what liberals are committed to. You can believe in human rights while disagreeing about what falls in the category. Are you saying in the first sentence of chapter 1 of your book, quote, liberals believe in 6 things? As you say in the first sentence of chapter 1 of your book, liberals believe in 6 things: freedom, human rights, pluralism, security, the rule of law, and democracy. Answer. So I put democracy and human rights there, and I believe it to be true. But there have been many liberals in history who are, let's say, ambiguous in their enthusiasm for democracy. Some people say you could have a liberal society that isn't democratic. I disagree with that. In my view, democracy is a condition for liberalism. But liberals sharply disagree about what's included in the category of human rights. You might think there's a right to an education, as Roosevelt did. You might think that you might have a right to like not have your fingers pried off by evil torture or death squads and have your babies in but like some people I certainly do, and other liberals would say that's a policy that's probably good, but there's no right to it. Now, on imperialism, generally the question is, what does it mean exactly? If it means that the United States interferes illegally with the activities of other nations, to say the least, there should be a presumption of a very strong form against that. This debate about what should actually be included when we think about human rights, that wasn't what was going on with Reagan. The Reagan administration would laud any dictator that it liked and garland them with praise. I hear you. So here you have a clash between human rights enthusiasts who are cautious about making what they see as undue compromise for the sake of alliances, and others who think that you can make temporary compromises of liberal principles for the sake of obtaining alliances that might ensure that people's rights are protected in the long term. Protecting people's rights in the long term by supporting... and I feel I kind of have a division of labor with my family on that one, and I defer to spouse. Your spouse being cement to power. I defer to that human rights advocate who is also a realist. Power became famous in the 90s for journalistic work on issues of human rights and was seen as an idealist. She later served in the Obama administration as UN ambassador and a Biden admin as the head of USAID. You can defer to her. I was just asking because you put it in the first sentence. All I meant by human rights was some category of fears that we are walled off from government intrusion. If you say, I believe in freedom of speech, freedom of religion, private property, freedom from unreasonable search and seizures, I don't believe in social security, I don't believe in a right to a home, I don't believe in a right to be free from discrimination, I don't believe in a right to education, then you can still be a liberal. A question. In terms of human rights, I've always found it a little bit puzzling, given what you write and what your wife is, that you two were close to Henry Kissinger. Of all the pre-Trump political figures in America, here's the one I think of as in some way the opposite of liberal, given his behavior towards the rest of the world. I'll tell you a story. I wrote a book a few years ago on Star Wars. Oh man, we invited Henry Kissinger to my Star Wars book party, and he said, "You wrote a book about Star Wars? Why'd you write a book about Star Wars?" He was puzzled and courteous, but really confused. Then he came to the book party, which was quite generous. He was a busy person. But despite his But despite his busyness, he came to the book party. Answer, yes. And then I gave a talk on Star Wars. And he came up to me afterwards and he said, "Oh, I see why you wrote a book about Star Wars. There's a lot there. It's like about families, and it's about governments and freedom." The amount of curiosity and generosity that he showed was incomparable. I don't know anyone who showed me that level of curiosity and generosity. And we really got into Star Wars. He just wanted to think about it. I know there are strong views about his career, and I'm hardly an expert on his career. The guy who writes a book about liberalism, where immediately it opens up with liberals respect human rights. It's like, I'm just like a... Okay. Question. But your wife is one of the greatest human rights experts in the world. I asked you about him being anti-liberal, and your response was that he was very nice to you about your book. Answer. About Star Wars. Question. It is certainly a touching story, but that's not totally an answer to the question. Answer. Yeah, well, I don't know. What he would think of the book, what he would think of this book, I'd love to know. Question. But no second thought about being friends with him or anything? Answer. I feel generally very grateful for friendship, and he was, when I knew him, a person of immense kindness. Those who think of him as someone who is something horrible or worse, I don't know what to say about that. Question. But you could have an opinion on it. You have an opinion on all kinds of things, right? Answer. Well, on him and his role in government, that's not something I've particularly studied, so I don't know. I know some people who think he was a horrible historical figure, and they would say, would you be friends with Genghis Khan? Would you be friends with Stalin? And I wouldn't be friends with Stalin, so I concede that. So, but Genghis Khan, he would host some fucking baller parties. Question. Well, the next time someone brings up a terrible anecdote about Cambodia or Vietnam, I will definitely drop the Star Wars story to show that people have two sides. Answer. Yeah. And I get those who think you shouldn't be friends with someone who did terrible things. I hear that. I can just say that he was, as a very large number of people would say, though many fewer would say it publicly, an extraordinarily generous friend. Professor, thank you so much for doing this. Great, thanks. If we go light on the Kissinger part, I wouldn't complain because it could dwarf anything else. I love that they included this. I love that they included this. Because clearly he's telling this to the interviewer to be like, maybe like leave out the Kissinger stuff. Liv, I saw a naked picture you brought on the internet. Just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome. Man, this is so awesome, dude. Shout out to, yeah. Candace Sunstein. That's so awesome. This is the funniest fucking thing I've ever read in my life. Yeah, can you please go light on the Kissinger stuff? Everyone's just gonna talk about how I'm friends with Kissinger and that I have nothing to say about his human rights abuses. Oh man, that's so cool. Well, I've like lost my voice again because I've not given my voice time to rest, so I'm gonna call it here. Follow me on Discord, it'll ping you when I go live. Thank you all for tuning in. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So we'll be back on Thursday. That's how time works. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the subscriptions. It's much appreciated. Alright, Saber. That's Umfi. Oh man. Oh man. Discord, it's right here. Liv Agar. It's also in the chat. It's also down here or whatever. It's in the stream page. Anyways, Star Wars.